nigga, I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm a saint, no New Orleans, it's going up. Next spot, we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I pull up in the SRT. Burning rubber, hey, UPK shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gonna do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not Jazar. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects, it go pew pew pew. I ain't trippin' on no drink, got bottles in the room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us and we ain't them. I told him put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah, yeah. UPK shit, man, you already know what it is. It's the 55th annual Passover, man, turn up. We gon' do this shit the UPK way, not the other way. You hear me? Yeah, yeah.
Hey, oh. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my hock can gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon.
And in local news, showing naked ass in the great state of Texas, it's your boy Justice.
And it's your boy Saint.
Despite all the tariffs and the inflation, hell, even famine in certain places, Commanding General Yohana has done it again.
The 8th annual South Texas Cookout is coming back to Houston, October 30th to November 2nd. Stay tuned for more details. Hey, and it's free.
Hanging out Dollar Tree, watch how we fall away. It's a high holy day. Hands over like trumpets is blowing. Can you feel the atonement? It's a high holy day. The dedications for real sisters, glad to have you. We feasting tabernacle. It's a high holy day. First fruits to spread unleavened bread, and then the rest our head. It's a high holy day. No sweat, got a head start on you. Waking up a priest feeling royal. Shouting out but now to the power. Our Father, good God. Just a sight of make a hate of blood boil. The real wanna know you. Sisters get different that never considered submitting. They can feel it. Look how I'm giving. Holy rolling up, sitting on high. Too fly, no Zion. The dry swishing eye, nigga. My spirit's like the most high living. Catch me with the Ottawa sipping. You ain't no pricing out from the same tribe. We kin up on my father's side, look how we resemble. He a nigga, I'm a nigga, all my niggas Latino, Native, Indian. All black party, you ain't getting it. Spirit ridiculous. God washed our city, anointed us from the beginning. Wrapped us in linen, silk bracelets, ornaments, earrings that bling on our women. That ornaments and a chain that swing from my neck. Big jewels in the crowns of the head of a bunch of mighty men. Though we all one body, my brother never go without it. If I got it, he got it, we got it together. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you step, who you threaten. It's a high holy day, no holiday. Hanging out Dollar Tree, watch how we fall away. It's a high holy day. Hands over like trumpets is blowing. Can you feel the atonement? It's a high holy day. The dedications for real sisters, glad to have you. We feasting tabernacle. It's a high holy day. First fruits to spread unleavened bread, and then the rest our head. It's a high holy day. So tries who buys the most high behind us. So it don't matter if we not desired. You cowards be quiet in the midst of a prince. Stand clear in your fears. Contagious like bravery on these austere men over here, like Christ showing militants. Other camps effeminate, scared to fight demons like addicts having habits. Faggots lying down instead of fighting on the savage. Shallow wild mice, Hebrew individualites, but they think they all follow Christ and got saved some way. Maybe one day you'll see just how it feels. Making 144 in my ears as I'm steering. To get daring, had no fear, man. Cotton out the side, he called me the wheel, man. Every day my zeal been up in the stuff like my garments. A pop die yacht, what they call me. I be like hard on the wall and I'm on it. Just give me the order so I know what the Lord want. Meanwhile, I took a straw drink with strawberry Andre. All the wall, you'll be on the jacket and the floor thing. Fist up, reunion the Lord made. Get your kids and ribs up, throw your fist up. Tell them what's your name, what's your name, what's your name. Ain't they can't do shit at all, it's a high holy day. No holiday, hanging out Dollar Tree. Watch how we fall away, it's a high holy day. Hands over like trumpets is blowing. Can you feel the atonement? It's a high holy day. The dedications for real sisters, glad to have you. We feasting tabernacle, it's a high holy day. First fruits to spread unleavened bread, and then the rest our head. It's a high holy
man, Latino, and indigenous, these are the Lord's high holy days. These are your high holy days that you should be celebrating. Not Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, Mama's days, whatever white man days that he said you should celebrate. That has nothing to do with us. But these high holy days that are in the scriptures, those are the days that you should celebrate. Black man, Latino, and indigenous, you are God's chosen people. You keep these high holy days.
I.S.U.P.K, we out here in Baltimore, you know what I mean? We was having an amazing food and clothing drive out here, feeding the people, clothing the people, and staying, getting love for the brothers and sisters out here.
But that was my that shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you
All right, let's clap it up. Shalom, DC, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hanna. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible, and the truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews, according to the Bible, and that our oppressor, the white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We're not affiliated with any other Christian church or Hebrew Israelite group. 1 West is home of the truth. If it's not under Commander General Hanna, you most likely getting pegged. Niggas don't like talking about that. Yo. Get out them fake, Israelite groups. Why? Because, man, your name will be shamed. You know what I'm saying? You will be shamed. Your leader will be shamed. Any other group that's out there that's so-called thriving, they're going to be shamed. You know what I'm saying? If they haven't already been, they're going to be shamed even more and be found out as as pretenders. You know what I'm saying? And all their dirty laundry is about to be aired out. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody has any, I'm priest and officer of 1,000 Bakwashia. I'm holding it down for priest and captain Mashak. He'll be here in a moment. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and type it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Type it in the chat, or just stand by, because Cap will be around momentarily. You know what I'm saying? If anybody has any questions, just hold tight. We also have a phone line. You know what I'm saying? If you want to ask Cap, a question in real time, live and whatnot, and get an understanding, or just have a comment, go ahead and give us a call. You know what I'm saying? We live and direct. And with that, I pass the class over to priest and captain Mashak.
Yep.
Yeah, Shem Shapta.
What's going on? How y'all feeling? Y'all didn't know it's my car. The damn National Guard hit this morning. Y'all didn't know that shit. I mean, it's a DC car, so it's my car. Oh. How you gonna send the Crime Stoppers in, and they can't drive on the streets of DC? You know what I mean? How you gonna do that? That's why they should have given us the budget.
to handle DC. We know the roads of Southeast. We know Northeast. We know Northwest. We know how DC people drive.
Right.
We know how some people from over the bridge drive. So we ain't getting into no accident while we, trying to keep a presence for the crime. See that big old tanker, they say that tanker T-boned the damn car. I know whoever was driving that car was scared and happy at the same time. Because I know that's a payout. I know that a vehicle that size hit your shit. God damn. Go ahead.
It's like, so, and it's crazy because how you say over the bridge. Growing up, that was never a term here until all these what you call transient and oppressors.
So what it was
moved in. I think they made that over the bridge.
Okay, over the bridge referring to what?
Southeast.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Virginia. Yeah, that was always a two, man. Yeah, that was always a two.
You're right about that, sir.
Yeah, I know. I know. Because I said it on my own without hearing it, and a DC person understood what the fuck I was saying. So I know that should have to be real. There's something in the water over the bridge. That Virginia drivers, Salaki, if you live in Virginia, you may not be one of them. But boy, they need to make a big parking lot on that side. And you park your car right there and catch a bus into DC because something ain't right with them Virginia drivers, man. Hell, the National Guard may be from Virginia. I don't know. Go ahead.
I seen an article where it says about 5 or 6 GOP governors or senators or whatever are going to start sending their troops here.
Of course.
Robust or in addition to whatever's here right now.
Yeah. Yep. That's not a far-fetched thing. Neither is it like a far-fetched playbook because you remember when what it was with immigration with the migrants, they was busing them into DC. Remember? Don't think it's strange. 2 years ago, the Republicans was busing migrants into DC. They were saying, since you are a sanctuary city, take all the migrants from everywhere. And they were sending them by bus. I mean, buses would come into Union Station. Tons of buses would come and drop them off by what's her name? Kamala house up there in Northwest and Biden house up. You don't remember them days? And now they're here. ICE is here to collect everybody. The white man creates the problem, and then he comes out to he's the robber. He's the one who will rob your store, and then they run out in the back with all the goods, put on the police uniform, and come and knock on your door. Hey, Officer Dibbles here. I heard you just got robbed. That's him. You get the point? So now to see that they're sending National Guards in from everywhere, it's just the white supremacy Republican playbook. And I have to call it Republican, I can't even fully call it Republican playbook. It's the white man's playbook because right now you have I think what she's the DC Attorney General, Judge Pirro. You know the woman who had the show? Just Google her. When you see her, you'll know who I'm talking about. She's just an extra aggressive Italian broad. I think it's Judge Pirro, Pirro. I don't think it's Shapiro. I think it's just Pirro.
Like currently or
she's current. She's current right now, but she had a TV show before.
Oh,
right? What is she? She's DC's Attorney General. What is her?
It's like the Attorney General is Brian Shaw.
Brian Schwab is the DC Attorney General. Who is Judge Pirro?
He is the United States Attorney for the District of Columbia.
She's the USAA. She's the United States, the USA, the United States Attorney, and you have the United States Assistant Attorney, right? So the United States Attorney is like somebody from Schwab. No, Schwab is DC's own, right? So United States Attorney is somebody from the Attorney General's office that oversees DC. If I'm not mistaken, you could check it out. But she said this morning or yesterday, that all arrests made from this surge, this federal surge, charge them with the maximum charges. That sounds just like Biden's crime bill. So this is just white supremacy. This ain't Democrats or Republicans. This is just white people being white people. Like, why charge them with the maximum security? Why charge them with the maximum charges? You didn't charge Dylan Storm Roof with the maximum charge. You didn't charge, give me some more of them school shooters. You didn't charge them with the maximum charges. Any white man USA, any cop, them white cops getting pardoned right now for murdering George Floyd. You didn't charge them with the maximum charge. But they know the majority of the people they're arresting in DC is black and brown. So to please white people, throw the book at them, bury them under the jail. Go ahead,
Sir. No, I was just thinking because he didn't want to leave the last time he was told to leave, the president.
Right.
So I'm thinking maybe the National Guard ain't going nowhere for the next 3 years.
I mean, shit, I would prepare if I were you. I would just prepare if I was you. That's all I'm saying. I can't say if they're going to stay for 3 years, 3 days, or 3 months. But I know if Christ ain't back yet, anything can happen, right? Anything could fully happen. So we're going to get tonight, we're going to go into defending the poor and that Amanda Seal. Somebody had to break that down for me. But I think I spoke about that broad before. She definitely needs a husband. One of you ISUPK brothers go up in there and get her attention. You know what I mean? She don't know when to keep her mouth shut. She always running her mouth. However, this time she made complete and utter sense, right? For the most part. She still has some correction to get. But I know she's listening to the UPK. I know especially DC, because everything she said we've covered in this class. We've covered this in time and time again in this class about how there's a huge, in fact, we'll get to it. All right, go ahead.
If I could, before you get to that, I got a question.
Please.
Can you break down Ezekiel 47, 1-3?
Woo, boy, Ezekiel 47. Boy, Bakwash, boy, you trying to show me up, boy. Ezekiel 47. 1 through what?
1-3, sir.
1-3. I can try. All right. If not, I'll write it down and get the breakdown for you. All right, come on with it. Go ahead. Whenever you have it. Oh, you could start to read it in the meantime.
This is Ezekiel chapter 47, verse 1. Afterward, he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, water issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. For the forefront of the house stood towards the east, and the waters came down from the right side of the house.
Okay.
At the south side of the altar. Then he brought me out of the way of the gate northward, and led me about the way without until the other gate by the way that looketh eastward.
Okay.
And behold, there ran waters on the right side. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, he measured 1,000 cubits, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the ankles.
Okay.
That's verse 3.
Okay, this is definitely a vision, right? As far you talking about what the waters are, you may have to either read before it or after it, because this is a continuation from something, right? But of course, water would signify life, right? I'm planted by the rivers of waters. In some cases, waters is or seas is people, right? Or seas might be people, but I don't think this is what this is here. I'm gonna have to get some more context on it. So you may have to read before or a bit after. Let me see where are you at? Verse 4 or verse 5? No, verse 3. This is definitely a vision that Ezekiel is having. All right, keep reading. Let me see if I get a little more.
Verse 4. Again, he measured 1,000, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the knees. Again, he measured 1,000, and he brought me through the waters were to the loins. Afterward, he measured 1,000, and it was a river that I could not pass over. for the waters were risen, waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over.
Right. So so this is a building. I'm not sure if this is like the temple or the synagogue or a place of worship. I can't say if you say yet. We probably have to read on. And in different directions he goes out, there's waters there. And as he goes further and further out, the water is rising. I'm Tawab. I'm Tawab. You could just pass me by default from now on. I'll just say when I want to. You know what I mean? Where was I? Oh, as they go further out, the water rises. So first the water rise, I think to his ankles, then another 1,000 cubits or 1,000 feet or how much ever, rise to his knees, then his waist. Then this is water you could swim in. It's deep out here, right? Wait, what verse you at?
Verse 5.
You're going to verse 5 now, or you're finished verse 5?
I'm finished with 5. Sir.
All right, go ahead. Let me get 6.
And he said unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen this?
Mm-hmm.
Then he brought me and caused me to return to the brink of the river.
Mm-hmm. Or the bank of the river. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Now when I had returned, behold, at the bank of the river were very many trees on the one side and on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said unto me, these waters issued out toward the east country and go down into the desert and go into the sea, which being brought forth into the sea, the water shall be healed.
Read that part again.
Then he said unto me, these waters issued out toward the east country and go down into the desert and go into the sea, which being brought forth into the sea, the waters shall be healed.
Right. So this water, it goes out into the east country. It goes far east, right? Which at this time, this was the world. The world wasn't west, because west of this is Western Europe, England, and then the Americas. You get the point? This is that east region is basically the world, right? That's the entire reference of existence, you could say, right? The reference point of existence. So he's saying it's going out into the world then, right? Remember this, just think of Paul's mission. When Paul went out, Paul went east, Asia Minor, which is that eastern region from Jerusalem, from Israel. You get the point? When I say east, of course, north and a little bit south and stuff like that.
Right.
But that region, that's the width of existence at that time, you could see, right? So it's good. This waters is going out into the world, into the desert, the dry places, and then into the seas, right?
Right.
And the waters shall be healed. You getting it now? Right? This water here, you'll see it more. This water is like the Spirit of the Lord, the truth, and it goes into the dry places, the desert, then it goes to the sea. The sea is, we'll read on, you'll see it. The sea is representing people, right? The sea is representing people, masses of people, like sea, like a sea of people. They even use that today. And those waters going to be healed from this. Those waters will be healed from the water. You don't get it? No, sir.
So I just came in with the water. I remember the dragon spewed a flood of water. That water is the lies. So
those waters are lies.
People will be healed from the lies.
This is not the dragon.
Concept.
This is not the dragon. So there's a different context of it.
Okay.
Right? This would be. Let's read on. You'll see some more. All right. Come on.
Verse 9. And it shall come to pass that every living thing that liveth, which moveth, whichsoever the river shall come, shall live.
You understand? The river is the water. Whoever follows me shall be built up, I'm paraphrasing, as a tree that's planted by the rivers of running water. Right? the Lord is comparing the Holy Spirit. The Lord is comparing the truth, the Holy Spirit, following him, his vibe, his blessing, to a river of running water. And you got to remember, a river of running water is very valuable to even find and to be able to set up next to, and to be able to have access to, even if you're not set up next to it. Right? Stagnant water is not good for damn near nothing. It's not to different things grow in stagnant water versus running water. You get the point? You want that water running. You want that water fresh and moving, and an abundant cycle of it. And he's likening the Holy Spirit to that, where it's moving and running and going here and going there. And as it's moving, it's bringing life. Like if you ever seen a river that's running, around it, the ecosystem around it is full of life. The ecosystem around it is not, struggling and dead or, dry. The ecosystem around it is lively. It's a lively thing. You're going to see animals drinking, grass growing. You see fish, in the river, bear eating from the damn thing. It's just a, green thing. You get the point? Versus a stagnant place that's, the place get hot, that level just dropping, because that's all that's there. Versus this thing is just running. It's running. Hot, cold, whatever, it's running. You understand? So read that part again. Where we at? Verse 9?
Verse 9.
Come on with it.
And it shall come to pass that every living thing that liveth, which moveth, whithersoever the river shall come, shall live.
Right. Go ahead.
And
as opposed to dying, which is the desert. You get the point? And this is Ezekiel. So remember, in the 37th chapter, he talk about the valley of the dry bones. You get the point? Go ahead.
And there shall be a very great multitude of fish, because these waters shall come thither. For there shall be healed, and everything shall live whither the river cometh.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that the fishes shall stand upon it from Ilgilded, even unto Enoglam. There shall be a place to spread forth nets. Their fish shall be according to their kinds, as the fish of the great sea, exceeding many.
Right. So imagine before there was nothing there, but now this river come through and heal the waters, heal everything. So now everything is growing and there's abundance of fish. You see the fish will stand there. You get the point? And you can just cast the net and get what you want, which is what? The truth. You understand? Like that is a vision he's giving Ezekiel here. Don't think this is real. This is a vision he has, right? It's a vision he has. And it's like, from this house or this place, I can't remember exactly what this place is referring to. It could be, like a holy place. You might have to read before, right? Go ahead.
So it is like fishing, like us doing fishing now. We do that.
Okay, well, that's the metaphor he's giving here.
Okay.
You could allude it to that like what you're saying is the truth from the Most High power. And that truth is going to heal people who are otherwise dry and dead and deserted. You get the point? And that's going to give them life. And because they get life, they're going to listen to what you're saying more, which means you could fish more into the truth. You get the point? So you can use it to explain it like that. All right. Where we at?
Verse 11.
47, right?
47, verse 11.
Okay, go ahead.
But the miry places thereof and the marishes thereof shall not be healed. They shall be given to salt. And by the river upon the bank thereof, and on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months, because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary. And the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine.
Right. So that's what it's saying. Like this water is coming from a holy place, a sanctuary. And as the more you get into it, is the deeper it gets. And the deeper it gets, the stronger it is. And it just heals everything around and it makes everything better. But there's certain places this water ain't going. That swamp, that marshy area, that shit gonna be given to salt. Meaning nothing. It gets nothing. Even that is, and that's so spiritual. Even the brothers in Trinidad would know. So what them would know. At one time, you would say that, like, hey, what's going on, man? Shit, salt. And that means nothing. You know what I mean? Or there's another saying, let's say you're angry with somebody and they ask you for something, you don't want to give them something. They would say, suck salt. Salaki.
Cancer.
Right?
Definitely.
It's like, I gave you shit, nigga, suck salt. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
That's why they say don't drink water from the ocean because it's salty and it won't.
Okay, that ain't have nothing to do with it. That ain't have nothing to do with this. This is just like it's okay. It's one of them sayings. I think just like a Judite saying, the shit makes sense, but it don't make sense. That's just it. Don't even don't drink water from the ocean. None of that shit. It sucks salt. Put some salt in your mouth, suck salt. What I'm supposed to do? Nothing. Exactly. You get to nothing. You get the point. Not everything needs a breakdown out. Some things you just need to feel it. You just need to feel the shit. It's like that. And that's why he's saying this thing gonna be given to salt. Nothing. You ain't getting shit. That's it for you. Right? So that's basically a breakdown. I'm sure if I read before, just to get a little bit more context of it, I could get you some more, right?
Okay. I have another question for you.
Come on now.
Okay, so is it Tawab to so-called Yike?
Nope. It ain't. I can tell you already it ain't. Go ahead, Dawab.
To embellish when you're dealing with heathens. For instance, like, okay, so
you sure you won't come up, sir? No sweat, sir. Let me know if you still want to jump in. Listen, you gave me the water. You and the generals gave me the water. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Bukash.
So like the story when David was in the foreign lands and he pretended like he was a madman. You know, he wasn't. Like, is it Tawab to like just fake the funk for the oppressors?
Okay, I wouldn't say fake the funk. In everything, there's a strategy. There's strategy to life. There's a strategy to every goddamn thing. And some things require you to just do whatever you need to do. That's the best I could say. Now, as the extent of what you need to do, you want to get some counsel. Yeah, I mean, don't go and hijack one of them tanks that crash into the car and say, well, Mashak told me to do whatever I need to do. I will say I do not know this cat right here. You know what I mean? But there's instances where you would need to do whatever, and then but for the most part you want to maintain a certain amount of integrity, right? Because what works in one situation ain't gonna work in another situation. You understand? You want to maintain a certain amount of integrity. You want to get a ton of counsel with everything you're doing. You want to give me in the Apocrypha. What's the paraphrase? I think it's seek counsel before all your doings. Hold on. You definitely want to get the counsel, because the counsel is experience that you don't have to get through pain. You get the point. There's some experience and some wisdom that you get through pain. And then there's counsel that you could get wisdom from someone else's pain. You get the point? And that's oftentimes much better than hitting your head. You know what I mean? That hit in your head could cost you way more. I forget the paraphrase of it. In all your before an endeavor, look up endeavor. You have it? Go ahead.
Okay, Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 16.
Mhm.
Let reason go before every enterprise and counsel
Enterprise. To water. Read it one more. Tell them where you are.
The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Let reason go before every enterprise.
Say it again.
Let reason go before every enterprise.
Ecclesiasticus what again? 13?
37, sir.
37 and
16.
16. Hold on, let me catch up with you. All right. Ecclesiasticus 37 and 16. Go ahead.
Sir. Let reason go before every enterprise and counsel before every action.
Hold on. Start at 12.
Sir.
So, Bukwash, this whole chapter is excellent with counsel. All right. This whole chapter 37 is an excellent chapter for counsel and wisdom. Right? The whole thing. This Apocrypha, I tell you, this is my favorite book coming in, the whole thing. Start at 12.
Sir. Verse 12. But be continual with a godly man,
Mm-hmm.
whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
whose mind is accordingly to thy mind.
Whose mind is according
To thy mind.
Mm-hmm.
And will sorrow with thee, if thou shalt miscarry.
All right, what does that say in Bukwash? Read it one more time. Just read it a little slower.
Sir. Verse 12. But be continually with a godly man,
Mm-hmm.
whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
whose mind is according to thy mind,
Mm-hmm.
and will sorrow with thee, if thou shalt miscarry.
Do everything according to what you're taught, according to the truth.
Somebody with empathy for you, that knows you, you know what I'm saying?
You're skipping the exact first thing it say.
First of all, it has to be a man of the Lord that follows the command.
Yeah, but you say it's skipping the very first thing. Also, lucky, sis. They don't have a mic over there. Come on, man, y'all. What kind of 1945 discrimination shit is this? You know these sisters could vote and shit now. They the manager on the slave. You know what I mean? What's going on? Treating you up in here like hidden figures. next thing gonna tell you walk 5 blocks to use the bathroom. Go ahead, sis.
So is it saying basically like abide with a godly man, or
continually? That's what it says. Continually. Why is it saying be continually with a man of the Lord?
because you're probably going to continually need counsel, or
You're going to continually need counsel, that's for sure. But there's something else. Just think your life as you come into the truth. Just think your life.
is that the only way you're going to get wisdom?
Something else. Where's the other mic? Yeah. You could grab it out of there. There's, you know where it is in the no sweat. Do you think?
Slocky.
Mhm.
You said the first part. Will you pass it?
Yeah, say it again, sis.
I was basically saying abide with a godly man constantly.
That's the first part. That's the you can't leave off of that. That's really the end all and be all. Everything else is just further explanation. But that's the first part. Why is it saying, but be continually with a godly man? That's literally the first sentence there, and there's a comma. That's the first thing. Why is it saying, but be continually with a godly man? Here's where the understanding is. Go ahead. Where's the other mic? It's charging. Go ahead. Hold on, the brother in the room. Mafia, I'm gonna come to you, all right? You ain't had to hold it that long. Should would. Go ahead.
Is this coming from a wife? You know, you're telling the wife to continue.
This ain't saying nothing about wife. Y'all confessing now. This ain't saying nothing about wife, son. This is in general. This is, look left and right before you cross the street. That pertains to everybody. Why is it saying, but be continually with a godly man? Mafia, and I'm gonna come to you. Mafia.
Sir, a godly man going to be in the right spirit of the Lord, so it'll keep you continually on the right path, in the right state of mind.
Okay, that's all well and good. That's real nice what you're saying. That's super nice. But there's a reason that nobody is saying. However, this is the reason why nobody stays with a godly man. Continually stays. Go ahead.
Because with you saying that, because he's going to tell you, he's not always going to tell you what you want to hear.
He's going to correct you in a way you're not going to like. He's good. Yeah, the room gets silent there. Y'all ain't going to continue in this class. So like each other.
The context is in verse 10 of where it's talking about these counselors and stuff like that. But then it says, this godly man, though, you want to stick by him.
Right. Count to water too, sir. Did you want to Pulitzer?
Oh.
All right, please. Somebody grab from verse 10.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Consult not with one that suspecteth thee, and hide thy counsel from such as envy thee.
You understand that?
God.
Break it down.
I mean, you don't want to be trying to get counsel or telling your business to somebody that they already against you. They like an enemy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For the first one, and then hide your counsel for somebody who envy you. You know what I mean? Because they might, try to steal your wife. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, they try to get what you got.
Really, don't go to the church for no help. That's basically what it's saying here. Because the pastor's suspecting you, and he envy you with everything you have. Right? Go ahead. You want to read the other one too, sir? 11? It's all in there? Yep.
You need to sit down and abide with for a while in order for you to figure out
Count
who to talk to and who not to talk to.
Count, sir.
And then when I come into the house of the Lord.
Yep. All right, read verse 11.
Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she
Read it one more time. Slow it down. Just slow it down.
Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous.
Right? So it's saying neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. What does that mean?
So you wouldn't want to talk about a particular woman to a woman that about a woman that she's jealous of. She's not going to have anything good to say.
Basically, right? Basically, I'm going to give you a good example, and it's not going to be the example you're all thinking. Don't go to your mommy about who you should marry. For the brothers, right? Don't go to mommy about who you should marry. Because mommy wants to be what? The only woman in your life. You get the point? Worse off if you need truth and you go to your mommy and you tell her you got 3, 4 wives. She gonna have a conniption. She gonna be like, what? What are you talking about? Don't. That's an example, of course. But of course, brothers might do other things. But that's an example, right? You've seen it playing out with that Redskins quarterback. I keep saying Redskins, Salaki. Commanders quarterback, young brother Jaden Daniels, where he and this other young girl in the stands talking. They're just talking. The mother come and sit directly between the both of them, and then turn her back on the young girl, like on TV. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, like, damn. Let the But in a way, I understand what she's doing because, them bros in the world is ridiculous. But in essence, that's what it's saying. You don't want to go consult with somebody who has skin in the game. You want to consult with somebody who is absolutely neutral to everything. Like they don't have anything to gain from telling you go left or go right. There's nothing to gain. You get the point? So it's giving you the examples of where you should go for the counsel. Don't consult with a woman of another woman who she's jealous of. Right? Keep going.
Okay. Neither with a coward in matters of war.
Neither with a coward in matters of war. Because why? He got skin in the game. He's scared. He's scared. You want to go with somebody who don't have no, skin in the game, or who is not a coward. Who gonna tell you, oh, nah, nigga, you got to go see about that shit. You got to stay out there until they leave. You know what I mean? How is the men doing at camp? Yeah, you all had to stay out there. You just had to stay out there, and that's it. That happened to us plenty of times in DC. Somebody comes to battle us. We had to stay out there until the cop come and call the match off. You say, all right, listen, the noise ordinance started 5 minutes ago. Everybody had to leave the block. All right, no sweat. It's the water officer. But we ain't leave. As long as you here talking shit, we going to be here. Go ahead.
It's lucky, man. As you said before, we coming back next week, too.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You ain't coming back next week, but I know we will. You get the point? Keep going.
Oh, God. No, with a merchant concerning exchange.
All right, no, with a merchant concerning exchange. Why? Because the merchant, he has skin in the game. You're going to ask him how much to sell this for. He going to tell you sell this for $5, knowing the shit worth $500. And he says, as a matter of fact, I'll take it from you. You should sell it for $5. That's a good price. Listen, I could take all that from you right now. And you'll be like, oh, shit, yeah. He told me it was a good price. Now you got robbed. You get the point? Go ahead.
Okay. No, with a buyer of selling.
And it's the same thing. No, with a buyer of selling. Go ahead.
No, with an envious man of thankfulness.
Mm-hmm. No, with an envious man of thankfulness. What does that mean? You're all looking to the side. What's over there? Everybody looking to the side like, what the hell is over there? No, the envious man of thankfulness.
They don't know no Christians around.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You're too far removed from the world, so that's good. Somebody who's envious of thankfulness. Okay, and if you're envious, you want it. And what you want is what? Thankfulness. You getting it now? Break it down for me.
Like someone who's looking for
It was right. You was gonna say it.
Who's looking for praise.
Yes. Somebody who's looking for praise. Somebody who's looking for you to say, oh man, the water. I appreciate you. They just want to be praised. So somebody who's envious of that, you probably don't want to go get counsel from them, because how would they get the praise from you? Just think about people.
Them fixing your problems?
No, because oftentimes fixing your problem means telling you about yourself. Go ahead, sis.
Is it by telling you what you want to hear?
Yes, because I tell you what you want to hear. I make it sound nice for you. I just, I tell you the problem ain't you. It's your Christian church. It's how preachers fill the church. It's how preachers fill the church. The law is done away with. You don't got to obey the law. Creflo Dollar says Satan wants you to obey the law. He said, He said that's why you can't follow the law, because Satan wants you to obey the law. Niggas slick, brother. And niggas is absolutely slick. Turn to your neighbor and say amen. You know what I mean? All that is to make you feel good. So you say, Pastor, that was a hell of a sermon this morning. You know, thank you. I feel so much better. It's like a weight being thrown off of me, when really you need more weight on you. You need more. You need to be prone on the ground with about 2 tons on your back so you could get corrected. So like, is it? I've got millstone around your neck. Listen, if Sakari was told what he needed to be told when he found out Tahar was wrong, he would have never started Sakari. If that Elazar was told what he needed to be told about himself when he was like, I'm done with GMS, he'd have never started it. But whoever he was talking to told him, you know, all nice things, and keep telling him nice things and keep following him and keep doing whatever. And he's envious of thankfulness. You don't want to be told about himself at all or corrected. So now you just have to bear the weight of the world on you. Right? Keep going.
Nor within unmerciful man touching kindness.
Right? Same thing, right? Somebody who does not have capacity for mercy. That can happen based on your upbringing or what was given to you that you internalize as this is how it has to be. You get the point? You don't have that capacity for mercy, so you can't consult with this person in a matter where, you know, I can't even say the obvious answer, but the answer would be to forgive somebody or to be merciful. You can't consult with that person like that at all. You get the point? Go ahead.
Nor with the slothful for any work.
Same thing. Somebody slothful means what? Lazy, who don't want to do no kind of work. Don't go consulting with them about building a camper. They're gonna tell you we don't need all them signs and shit. We don't need no podium. We don't need a mic. You know why we need that for? Why we need to go to camp? They didn't scale the camp down until you don't need to go. You didn't need to go on the street. Nigga, you lazy. You just don't want to go do no work. You don't want to get out there and get it done. You don't want to do the hard work it takes to build this nation up. You just don't want to do it. You get the point? Go ahead.
Nor within a hireling.
Mm-hmm.
Nor with a hireling for a year of finished work.
Nor with a hireling for a year of finishing work. Right? Meaning you have a certain amount of time to finish this work, but he's a hireling. Meaning if the price is right, he gone. That's it. You have this work to get done until in a certain time. Boy, that person down there paying such and such, you're going to finish this work in 2 years, not a year. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay. Nor with an idle servant of much business.
Mm-hmm.
Hearken not unto these in any matter of counsel.
Right? Nor with an idle servant of much business. Right? Somebody who is idle they ain't doing nothing. Right? They ain't doing nothing. You could comparable to lazy, but they ain't doing nothing. They're idle. They're free. And you have much business. You can't consult with somebody like that. You can't come. The meeting gonna be like, yeah, so I have this going on. I have A, I have B, I have C, I have Q, R, S, R, T. And do you want some coffee? Let's go get some coffee. We talk about it on coffee. We finish a cup of coffee now. Yeah, what about A, B, C, and Q, R, S, T? Man, you ain't hungry? Let's go eat some lunch. Let's go, let's drive down there and go get some lunch. We talk about it after lunch. And we just keep talking about it after the next thing because they're idle. Get the point? Go ahead.
I hate to say it, but when you said, do we want some coffee? I started to say, lie, sir, I got some.
Good. You ain't idle. Right? Yeah. Say, I already got that covered. Just tell me what I need to hear now. So that's it's giving you a myriad of different situations you could be in and asking for counsel. And now it's about to tell you who to go to for counsel. So keep reading verse 12. You can get back to he was going to write, you can pass it to the brother-in-law, and you could go ahead and write on the board. Go ahead.
But be continually with a godly man.
But opposed to, instead of that, be continually with a godly man. Continually. Because this godly man is going to tell you things that you don't want to hear. He's going to tell, first off, the godly man going to tell you shit that don't make sense to you. Because he's thinking way above you. He's done probably seen your problems 7 different times from 7 different angles. So when he says, yeah, all you got to do is go left, you be like, go left? What are you talking about? That ain't going to work. And you start to battle the whole council, and that's really the answer. You get the point? To be continually with it, where you're going to get corrected. You're going to hear things you don't want to hear. You're going to hear things that don't make sense to you in the moment. You remember Christ when he was washing the feet. Peter said, man, you can't wash my feet. Hell, I have to wash your feet. He said, no, sir, Salakia, I have to wash your feet. Christ said, listen, if you don't let me wash your feet, you ain't got no part with me. Peter didn't understand nothing he was talking about, but he understood, I ain't your homie no more. He said, well, in that case, sir, get the good side. He said, in that, I got some callus on the heel over here. Go ahead and do your thing. All right, go ahead.
There was probably once a few times where I sought counsel from you for about certain things.
Oh shit, General Q here, no, don't get me no trouble. Okay, hey, Mashak, let me talk to you outside after the class. I'll be in Mariam Shabbat for a half hour. Most high Christ, hell. Watch what you're saying. Go ahead.
But yeah, it was a few things, and you let me go through the whole spiel, and he was like, and then you just said one line. I'm like, what?
Shit, I don't remember it, but
and then after a few of those, I just automatically just went whenever I got something, an idea or something like that, I just went to the conversation that we had, and I went through everything that you said. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna go through no. So it just bats down all the nonsense, all the white noise.
Basically, that's really what it is. Is that demon, brother? I found a clip. I'm gonna post it. I ain't gonna even let it out. I'm gonna post that shit out. The Hollywood is listening to the UPK. I saw this. It's a series with this nun, and this nun can see demons, and she works with a counselor. The counselor is the dude from is Black Lightning?
No, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Is that the Luke Cage series?
Yeah, no, it's not the Luke Cage series, but he plays like a priest.
Something. I don't know. He's like a counselor.
Yeah, counselor.
Man, I had to post this shit. She's sitting at a table. This married couple is there, newly married couple. And they're talking and, and then there's a demon standing, a monster behind them. Yeah. But she alone could see the monster. And she's like, she just paused like this and turned to the side. I was like, hold on, who does that in the history of Israel? General Mahaiman. You ever sit in a council with him? You all probably don't see it because you all get on the phone now. But there was once a time he'd be here and you'd be there and you telling him something and he just do this right here. And his head go down here like the exhaust's head. And you start to think, hold on, what the fuck am I saying? This nun sitting there and she just do this here and just started turning her head and she's looking at the demon. And then she turned to Luke Cage and say, they got problems. Ask them about this. Ask them about that. And then she says this, and I know this is UPK, there's a demon in that marriage between the two of them. And the whole series is her just taking demons away from people and the demons is the cause of the problem. Where on earth has that ever been taught ever? Ever. I've never seen that on TV nowhere else. I'm gonna post the clip. I had to, brother. I had to, I'll find the series, brother. You see any?
They come in young ho in the council or what have you. Where the God they right?
Pastor General Mike. Salaki.
They swear they right up in that council or what have you, and then it hits them all at once or what have you, and it's just like I didn't think about.
Didn't think about that thing.
It flees after that.
Yeah.
Thing is copacetic after that.
Yep. That's it. That white noise, that demon is there to trouble you. So you're definitely gonna have to stick continuously with a man of the Lord. Go ahead.
Okay, I had a council once where I talked so much thinking I was, gonna, you know, work, you know, saying work my way into, well, okay, I'm a little bit right or something, you know. And I talked my way, I just kept talking, and after a while, I was just, you know, like, you know what, I'm just wrong. You know, I talked my way until it was nothing else to say, and it just never flipped over, and I was like, just wrong. Salaki.
Yeah, just don't go in there and say nothing now. That's best thing I can tell you. You say when you ask a question, answer truthfully and then shut him out after that shit. That's the counsel gonna be quick and pure and easy. It's like pulling a tooth. You go in there and you try to explain shit out. That's a whole surgery with your fifth rib being removed out. I'm just trying to tell you. Right? So it's saying be continually with a godly man. Right? Go ahead.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Right? Who has that reputation of being right with the Lord. Go ahead.
Whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
What does that mean? Okay, I didn't know. You sure we could show it? I don't want the whole show get the class get flagged. You know? Yeah, you could check and see which publishing house is behind it. Yeah, you probably don't want to. Paramount right now is like the Goliath in Hollywood. You probably don't want to mess with them, Mark. Don't mess with them. You see, NBC changed the name to MS Now. Yep, my source of news on something on the world. My source of news on the world is not MSNBC no more. It's MS Now, brother. Trump gonna have this thing running like the Gestapo. You better go get your blonde wigs. Go ahead, read. Oh, where we at? Yeah, what does that mean? Whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. Who knows? You want to read it one more time? Go ahead, Shabbat.
Like somebody who you've been continuously going to counsel with them, but somebody that knows you, you know what I mean, that has remorseful, you know, if it goes wrong, you know what I mean, they're gonna feel so they got your best interest in mind.
That's what you want. Somebody who has your best interest at heart, not their interest, not somebody else's interest, but what's best for you. Not what's best for them, but what's best for you in the overall situation. Somebody who, what it says, whose mind is according to thy mind, meaning how they think of you is how would you think of you. Meaning, if they were in your shoes, how would they want to be dealt? What would be the best way for them? You get the point? Like they could empathize with you, so now they could give you the right counsel. You understand? Shapat, flick that light, please, brother. Try not to sleep on that light, all right? And will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. What does that mean? And shall sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. What does that mean? Anybody?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead, Mafia.
Does that mean that somebody that actually has compassion?
And shall sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. You had to break it down for me.
Come on, sir. So like if he pretty much he has the compassion and feels what you're going through and I want to say nurse, but the person would be the actual one to like consult you or console you if you're going through that tough time. He's gonna be right there to lift you up.
You down, you on it. It's having that is that type of person. All right, somebody who will cry when you cry. Right, the Bible say, "Be all things to all men, rejoice when they rejoice, sorrow when they sorrow." You're gonna have to be that type of brother or sister if you're gonna gain people. That's just brotherhood 101. But this person who you get counsel from is going to have to be able to have empathy and sympathy. They're gonna have to have understanding. There's not new, but it's a words that float around the internet. It's all called emotional intelligence. Which is just another bullshit phrase just for being brotherly or being sisterly. They try to complicate the shit and make it all scientific and all that nonsense. Emotional intelligence. What the hell is we talking about? Like, do you know you're dealing with another human being or not? It's really just being a brother to somebody else. And we are the most emotionally intelligent people on the earth. We can judge a matter without having skin in the game because we all say pray for Palestine. We all say pray for Ukraine while saying pray for Haiti. They say pray for Ukraine, forget Haiti. They say pray for Palestine, forget, Issachar and the 12 tribes. We, even though we oppressed by the oppressor, we still could feel when something is wrong with him. You get the point? We still could be like, that shit is wrong. What's going on there? That shit wrong. You shouldn't be doing that to them people. You get the point? We have that because we have a sense of humanity. We have a sense of these is people too. You can't do this. We have a good moral compass. So now he's saying with this counselor should be able to feel what you feel, with ease. That's who you should go to. You get the point? However, that first line is the hook, line, and sinker. Because you're going to get corrected. You're going to be told certain things you don't want to hear. Go ahead.
Question online. Princess Kanawa says, it's like I one, if I may ask, what is righteous tough love?
Okay, really, there's no such thing as tough love. Tough love is a description from the person who's receiving the correction, right? You very rarely hear the person who is giving the correction say, I'm going to give you tough love. They're just going to correct you. You get the point? But, okay, it could feel like it's tough because, again, this mighty Lord is telling you what's right for you. But what's right for you don't feel good. You understand? That's really life. Most things that are right for you don't feel great. Most things that are absolutely right and how you should operate don't feel. Most everybody in this room drives or have driven or have sat in a front seat. Do you like the seatbelt? How much blocks do you drive before you put that thing on? How many dings do you hear? Bing, 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 bing. I drove with a brother one time. I ain't gonna say his name. we leave DC. We done pass. We going to Baltimore. We done pass the damn Laurel exit. Bing, bing. I had to be, hey, brother, you don't hear that? Oh, what, sir? You don't hear that? Where's that coming from? I had to do something. I had to say something. Yeah. But it's the seatbelt is good for you, right? It's great for you, right or wrong? Do you like it? No. I mean, maybe the younger generation mightn't even know what I'm talking about. But at one time you didn't have to put the seatbelt on. At one time you could hold the baby in the back seat without a car seat. Right. Yeah, I mean, I remember them days. Okay. But now you have to. Do I want to? Hell no. I don't want to do that. You want to let the baby ride up front to see the car. You damn near want them to sit in the driver's seat and play with the steering. The things that are good for you don't feel good. It don't, the kids, they say, go to bed at whatever time. Do you want to go to sleep at 9 o'clock? Tell the truth. Don't worry, you're in a neutral, you're in a safe place. They ain't gonna do you nothing. When they tell you to go to bed, you're like, oh, God damn. Forget about going and brush your teeth. I damn near want to install a camera on the toothpaste because I hear the water running by and he ain't shit brushing. And I come outside, you brush your teeth? Yeah. Go and feel the toothbrush, it dry like stone. They don't want to do it because what's good for you don't feel good. That's just life. You get the point? It doesn't feel good. So now when you get to the things that really benefit you, it could seem like it's tough love. It could seem like it's that. It could seem like, but remember, you don't really want to do the thing anyway. So when the measures get put on you to do it, when the kid don't want to brush their teeth in the first place. They think brushing the teeth is the worst thing in the world. Why are you making me do it? I don't want to do it. They're in the bathroom punching the air like Cuba Gooding Jr. There's something worse than getting told to brush your teeth. There's cavities, but listen, there's something else. That comes later. There's something else that I discovered is even worse. That big ugly nigga sitting on the damn toilet watching you brush your teeth. No, get in the back there, brush it again. and the tears coming down. Do the other side. Go to the other side. Up, and yeah. Do enough of that. They're gonna go brush the teeth because they don't want you in there with them. You know what I mean? They don't want you in there with them. And to them, that's like, why you being so extra? Why you being so this, so that? So it's really tough love is just their description of it, or somebody in that situation. But it's really just measures taken because you don't want to do the easy thing because it don't feel good. It don't give you the gratification. It don't give you, it don't make you feel great. And it's so layered. The psychology of it is so layered because it really comes from being brought up in a weak society. We like today, our people, we are the weakest we've ever been because we've been brought up in such a weak society. It's so weak. And Christianity makes it even worse. Makes it worse. You get the point? Like the things we think is important is not important. And the things we think is not important that's what's really important, right? And growing up, the things we do should be tied to the approval of somebody who you have great reverence for and honor for. That makes doing the hard thing easier because you don't want to disappoint this person. And when this person says, okay, go do this, you should do that. You shouldn't eat pork. You shouldn't do this. You might like pork, but you ain't going to do it because they say do it. Imagine if whoever was in the house, whether it's your father, your uncle, your mother, or your bigger brother who taking care of you was Michael Jordan. You had to get up at 5. Go ahead, do your thing. Salakia, brother. Do your thing. You had to get up at 5 a.m. every day. Shit, Michael Jordan told me get up at 5 a.m. every day. I'm going to get up. Or Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. You get the point? Imagine your mother was Beyonce. Shit, what would you do as a young girl? Now imagine you have that same, idolizing or reverence or honor for your mother and father. Like what they say really matters. You get the point? That child is going to grow up very balanced and even keeled, emotionally regulated. You have kids today that they don't have that emotional regulation at all. They burn out. They cook out. They do all kind of nonsense, because they ain't balanced. It's layered. So now when you become an adult, you come to Israelite school at ISUPK, I can tell you straight up. You all know I came in here with dreads, Jeremiah, and say, and get that bullshit off your head, that nasty shit. I started up in Capitol Heights, like, who are you talking to? I went on a protest. I kept that shit for about 1.5 years again until the Hebrew Academy is this weekend. If you want to be in it, you got to cut them dreads. I kept that thing until 6:59 that morning. And them dreads was like my arm, was like my body, boy. I cut that shit 6:59 in the morning. You could ask Nathak. Me and Nathak lived together for damn near our whole life in the truth. And we had shared an apartment. He on one side of the apartment, the living room is here on the other side. The Saturday night, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. I went in with dreads. I come out the next morning. Nathak was like, who the fuck is that? The dreads was gone. But you don't want to hear that shit. You don't want to hear it. And you come in here, you realize it's not tough love. It's the real world you're being introduced to. This is the reality of the situation. You have to be more accountable for yourself. There's repercussions. You could choose this way or that way. This way, the repercussions is less. This way, the repercussions is more. I would go this way, but of course, it's your choice. That's usually how counsel goes. You choose that way because, it's easier for you and it's less cost up front. And you grow up slick. So you thinking, you could just do this and flex and finagle. And then you call back 3 weeks later, man, you wouldn't believe what happened. I already know what the hell happened. And that's just life. So it's not really tough love. Don't look at it as tough love. Look at it as, and I'm saying this with love, look at it as you're very weak. And it may not be weak in totality, but there's certain parts of you that's very weak. It's like a gym. Some people like legs. So they go on, they squat 400 pounds. Ask them to do 3 push-ups, they break the nose. Some people like arms and chest and shit. It's like that. So there's certain parts of you that's weak. So it could seem like, oh, this is tough love. It's just that part of you is weak, and hearing what needs to be done is very difficult for you. So now if you could accept that, you know what, I'm weak in this area, the natural human thing to do is to get strong. If you could realize I'm lacking here, I'll go work on this thing to get strong versus, somebody trying to tell you, like the Christians will tell you, you okay, God loves you as you are, blah, blah, blah. He said, come as you are, but you can't stay as you are. So just in general, I'm speaking in general, don't think of it as tough love. Think of it as, okay, I'm not strong enough to hear this thing yet. I'm just not strong enough to hear this. And that's why it seems like it's so offensive. It seems like it's just too much. And this is in general now. You get the point? This is in general. I ain't saying, somebody tell you something that's genuinely wrong and you sitting down there telling me, okay, I'm not strong enough. You just find out. That's why you have to go to a certain counselor. You get the point? You got to go to a godly man for a counsel, right? But in general, hearing it seems difficult because really you're just weak in the moment. You're weak at that point for whatever it is you're getting counsel on. We good?
There's others.
Okay.
There's
so lucky. We good on yours. Let me finish this. I don't think we was done with it. Let me finish it for yours. All right, then we'll come to it. Keep reading Leviathan. 13.
And let the counsel of thine own heart stand.
Mm-hmm.
For there is no man more faithful unto thee than it.
Right? There's no man more faithful unto thee than it. Let the counsel of your own heart stand. Whatever you decide to do, stick with that decision. Right? That's another thing of being in the truth, where you get to fully experience the repercussions and the circumstances of your decision. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you if you made the wrong decision. And I say that in context. Of course, somebody will empathize with you. But if after counsel you was told don't do this and you still went and do it, you have to be reminded that you knew right, but you chose left. This was your decision. This is what you wanted. You understand that part? All right, no problem. Let's work it from there. But we're not going to work from a point of why me, this should not be happening to me. Then you don't respect yourself because you decided. Nobody held a gun to your head. You get the point? Nobody made you do anything. You decided. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 14. For a man's mind is sometime want to tell him more than the 7 watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
That sit above in a high tower.
Boy, this Bible's bad as shit, boy. If you don't understand that one, boy, come on, read it one more time.
For a man's mind is sometime want to tell him more than the 7 watchmen that sit above in a high tower.
What is that saying? Put it in plain English for me today. Come on. The white one.
Think you know everything.
Yeah, he think he know everything. He think he's Einstein and Darwin and everybody in one. He see it all, he know it all. Let him do it. Or she thinks she got it. She thinks she know everything. Go ahead, sis, you got it. Ain't no problem. Once again, you ain't got no skin in the game, so you already said what it is. Now it's on you. You get the point? Like a man's mind is sometimes want to tell him that he know more than 7 watchmen in a tower. You got to picture this. 7 watchmen in a tower. Imagine you have 7 Washington monuments all around DC. And you have men in there with high-powered, binoculars or long-range binoculars that could see everything. Yet still, you in some part of the city, and you think you understand more about the city than they do. They're watching everything in real time. You'd be simple. You can't even see around the corner you're standing. They're in the sky, watching down, seeing everything, communicating with each other. You get the point? Like, you simple. But if you think you know more than them, carry on. I know one thing. Them 7 men going to see when you fall and knock your head, though. They all going to put that in their report. Yeah, such and such. Yeah, Mashak just hit his head over there. Mashak just hit his head. It's going to be written 7 times. Because that's some shit you didn't see. But them 7 men did see it, though. Just like who? Just like Gorilla Hebrew. He think he knew more than everybody. He think he knew more than the UPK. He didn't have to, listen to nobody. And now everybody's seeing everything he did. Keep going. Yay, that's right. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And above all this, pray to the Most High that he will direct thy way in truth.
Definitely ask the Lord to show you with everything you're doing. Ask the Lord to show you. Pray and ask him to earnestly show you the right thing to do. And be genuine about it. A lot of the times we pray wanting a certain outcome. And we think when that outcome don't come, the Lord didn't answer our prayers. When the Lord knows exactly what you need. Keep going.
Let reason go before every enterprise.
Read it again.
Let reason go before every enterprise.
One more time.
Let reason go before every enterprise.
Go ahead.
And counsel before every action.
He said, let reason go before every enterprise. Every enterprise, like business. Anything you set your heart to do, you set your mind to do, let reason go before it. Sit down and think about what you're doing. Ask somebody what they think about this, what they think about that. Let reason go before every enterprise and counsel before every action. You get the point? Like nothing should be done just off the cuff. Nothing should be done without, proper background research and getting us, somebody who's experienced in that field, getting their opinion. You should always do things with reason, ask the Lord to show you, and get counsel on everything. You get the point? So that's how you would know how to move. And then most times you would find out you don't have to finesse nothing. You get the point? You don't have to finesse nothing. You could just do this and it'll be done. You get the point? So just be careful with that thing. Don't go and play crazy for, for nothing. Unless you get some counsel behind the thing. All right. They already think you're crazy anyway. Like you're on the corner yelling, Christ is black. You get it, boy. You ain't got to pretend to be crazy. They want to section you right now. Go ahead,
Come on. It really basically came up when I was applying for something, and the dude was talking, and he was kind of like leading. He got some information. He was like, "Oh, it's because of this." Like, yeah. And it was like, "Hold up, but is that involved as well?" Like, yeah.
Okay, once again, get counselor. Just make a phone call where you could divulge everything and you'll get the whole proper way of how to do, X, Y, Z. That's all I could tell you. All right. But just remember you're crazy already because you're on the street corner yelling. All right. you ain't got to act. You're there. All right. What else you have?
There's a naysayer right now. It's from Marika. It says, "You homes talk nonsense. I.S.U.P.K are neither the truth. You a bunch of yes men that pay thieving Yohana tithes."
All right, get him out of here. He's a faggot. Go ahead. Man, I wouldn't. You want to deal with them people. You don't have to deal with people like that. You just get them out of there. You don't get somebody a free shot to talk about somebody who ain't there to defend themselves and is like a father to you. You get the point? You don't suffer that thing at all. Now, if it's face to face, just just know I'll be there for whatever action you decide to do. All right. However you decide to do, I'll be in that council defending you like this brother right here or sister. Some of the sisters get down. They're very disciplined and courageous and brotherly. I don't know what it has to be an isolated incident. Something drove them to do this thing right here. In my opinion, sir, that person should have watched their mouth about what they say. You get the point? You should have watched their mouth. But you're and that ain't no woman. You think that's a woman, right? That's not a woman. A woman doesn't argue and talk like that. That's a man. I guarantee you that's either one of them purple faggots or one of them Sakari dudes. They're both the same anyway. They're both, the same people, same thing. All right. Go ahead.
There's another one from Brother Blacks. It says, "Shalom, sir. I am Jamaican Benjamin. I am asking you for understanding in Ezekiel 47, 1-3.
That's what we just went through, right? All right. So, Brother Blacks, we went through that at the beginning of the class. If you're just joining in, You could just go back to the beginning of the class afterwards. I don't know if it'll play back for you now and you'll hear it. What I want to ask is, are you texting in right now from Jamaica, or are you in America? Where are you? Because I want to put you in touch with the school wherever you are, whichever zone you're in. We worldwide, so wherever you are, we definitely have a school there. Right now, we're working on one on the moon for y'all. Don't worry about it. The Israelites out there in the fourth crater east of the east of the dark side. We've got a camp setting up right there for you soon. Don't worry about it. All right, what else you have on?
He says in the USA.
Okay, what city you in? All right, Shapat, you mind trimming this back? Salaki, go ahead, do your thing. You can trim it after. Go ahead. What else you have on, Bukwash? We good with that? All right, no sweat. Let's get Psalms 82. All right. So now give me just pull up one of them stories with Trump and the homeless people. All right, give me one of them stories with the homeless people, please. Go ahead.
He's in Houston.
You in Houston? We have a school in Houston, man. You have a school in Houston. You go down there, check out Yatazak and them men down there, Tazadak and Iran and all of them. The brother gonna give you the number right now. We have a school in Houston. Make sure you go down there. You could go down there tonight if you need to. Let Bukwash handle. What's your name? Bukwash, you can handle this for the brother, right? Whatever. You could go down there right now too. You can lead the class. They got class going on right now, I believe. I think they're an hour behind. All right. You could check it out. Shapa, this man on the computer. Just let me know what we're dealing with. If there's any more. Bukwash, was there any more? All right, no sweat. Okay, I need that story with Trump and the homeless people, right? You all know that last week, I think they brought in bulldozers and everything else to destroy the homes of those people who homeless in DC, right? Now, a lot of those people are what? Devils, right? A lot of those people are heathens, and a lot of them are veterans, military veterans. A lot of them are people who have jobs and just can't afford to live, right? And then you have your general homeless people, right? You have your general homeless people who just they're homeless. We've done a lot of work with the homeless, with the shelters, done missions where we carry water and food and stuff down there for them. So we know for sure General Katham, he in charge of that homeless program. And we have a better pulse on what's going on in them parks. You're not turning it all the way off. Oh, it's still up. All right, most on Christ. We have a better pulse of what's going on down there and what people need and the different things people are going through. And a lot of those people are functioning in society. They're not just there. They may have a cleaning job somewhere, or they go and hustle something. They sell them newspapers at the metro. If you ever use the metro early in the morning, they'll be out there with this stack of papers, the city paper. Some of them even write articles for the city paper, right? They're making it seem like DC is just overrun with some old drunk vagrant, smelly, nasty, just doing a lot of them, find somewhere and they bathe, find and take care of themselves. And they have paperwork in them tents, in a bag somewhere. They take it with them. And last week, they brought in garbage trucks and those long containers, them long containers that you could put debris in for when you're doing demo work in a building, and bulldozers and bulldozer tent. This ain't a house you're bulldozing. This ain't, an open field with grass. You bulldozing somebody's tent where somebody lays their head. You found the video? You could, if you definitely show the video, please. Right? You bulldoze in a tent. Now again, this ain't all Israelites in there. There's heathens and all kind of stuff in there. But that is absolutely wrong if you are concerned with crime in DC, unless you're saying it's a crime to be poor. Unless the point you're driving home is that poverty is the crime. If poverty is the crime, then I understand it. It's still wrong, but I understand what you're doing because to not have in DC, it's just so offensive. It's like you assassinated 5 presidents. So you don't need to have a house to live in for nothing. You get the point? Anybody have an article with it or pull this up? What you was gonna say on the Leviathan?
I was just gonna say that I had that scripture.
Oh, okay, Musa and Christ. I just want the article a little bit and just to show the video of it. All right, Bukash, you found it? All right. I think most people have seen it by now, where they just bulldoze the, and you see in papers flying and bed sheets and, the tents is just torn up, and then they're putting them in the long containers, and then they pull up a garbage truck, a DC garbage truck. Imagine that the little you have, somebody threw it in the trash and then say it's crime. We here for crime. Like, that is a very, very evil thing to do. And if there's no retribution for oppressing Israel, the Lord definitely should give some serious judgment and retribution for that nonsense. Even though they're heathens, even though a lot of them is heathens, there's still Israelites in there. And as a people, we all could understand and empathize with not having shit, living somewhere where it's not yours. And you there, you ain't bothering nobody. Keeping the place clean, you have stuff in bags, you're folding your clothes. A lot of them people is functioning in society and you would not know it because they're taking care of themselves. Joe Biden had a son. He's the president's son making a rack of money, and he was a crackhead in the White House. These is people on the street, don't have a place to live. You're raising the rent in DC every hour of every day. A studio is about $1,800 right now in DC. 18 or 2,200. Go ahead.
It's a lot. Yeah, it was. I saw it on the news. It was one company, like a landlord company.
Mm-hmm.
All their properties, they just got told that they could no longer use AI to round out the prices, which drove up the prices every year. This, that, and the third.
Yep.
And so that company right there, which is only one of many, can no longer raise up rents according to AI. And they were all using the same thing to compete with each other.
Well, listen, that company is the biggest rental owner company, I think, in DC or the East Coast. You could check it out.
Okay.
Good evening, Mr. Lockett, General.
We haven't forgotten his son-in-law, Jared
Kushner.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He has all of those properties, those little apartment complexes out in the counties outside of Baltimore County.
Yeah.
Probably in PG, Howard County, where all of the people that ran out of the city, you understand? Slums now, completely slums. It's their best money-making portfolio. They don't do nothing to fix the places, and they are just, ravaging the people or what have you. You ain't got no car. You live out in the county.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's a rat hole too.
Yep.
It's real bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like this cat, somebody got to put a stop to this cat.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because what he doing to them, now he didn't ran down there to the Venezuela with some destroyers or what have you. The Colombian president, Petro, says gringos are mad if they think invading Venezuela will solve their problems. Like,
damn,
like something's got to, somebody got to tell him to stop. The Lord's going to have to stop him because, he's, he on another mission.
Yeah, he on that warpath. He's that man that think his mind knows more than 7 men in a tower. Like nobody can tell him nothing, and he means to finish everything he started in his first term. Because remember, his first term he tried Venezuela too, and that's when Putin had to send them planes over. Putin sent 2 fighter jets to stand by in case Trump wanted to do something, and I think Trump went to the borders of Venezuela from the other side, from Brazil and whoever's on the other side to try to infiltrate from the south. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
Mike.
I'm not feeling that at all. You know what I'm saying? They ain't talking about it no more at all. He bombed Iran when if Iran is in bed with Russia, then Russia was supposed to be flying sorties in the Iranian airspace the whole time.
Yeah.
And so they said that they didn't hit nothing or what have you. You know what I'm saying? The program is it's still intact. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to go on ground. The only one that I would give props to is them Alexander the Great or what have you, or the Greek, where he walked and killed everything in his path through that whole Middle East area, or what have you. Doing it through the air is not going to kill the Afghanistanis and Pakistanis. None of that is going down. Them Iranians, you cannot defeat them like that, or what have you.
Yeah.
So I don't think they touch much of anything or what have you.
Yeah.
So of course they ain't talking about it now. You know, they sweeping it under the rug, and they done turn their sights to what they really want to do. They want to harm us.
That's
because the Iranians will be over in your neighborhood next week.
Yeah. Yep. You're right, sir. You're right.
They done been over here once before.
You're right, because they ain't no proof they hit anything on the ground. They could say what the hell they want to, unless they're just gonna bomb the whole country, like turning into Palestine. They gonna say whatever. I didn't know he went down Venezuela with them destroyers. I think that what it was this week, Piro, the same prosecutor woman, she put a $5 million bounty on Maduro's head.
That's all.
Yeah, she put a $5 million bounty on Maduro's head. You get the point? Not Maduro, Barbecue, the Haitian dude, the Haitian war leader, the gang leader. You all remember Barbecue? He was a former police guy, and he has a big, like a militia. She put a $5 million bounty on his head while they pressing the ice, but they're trying to burn the candle on both sides. You have ISIS going to be going after every Israelite, which will include some Levites, and then the $5 million bounty. So encouraging some Levites to give up Barbecue. You get the point for $5 million. Like, this is the oppressor, man. This is who he is. And in the same breath, the same day you bulldoze people's houses, you go to meet Putin in Russia, aka Alaska, right? This is who we dealing with, right? This is a soft and weak move here. Any article on it? Go ahead. You have it? Okay, the video is good, but I just want a little read of it. Go ahead, Al.
Oh, call, sir.
Just play the video while we're talking. All right, go ahead.
White House says dozens of homeless encampments cleared from Washington DC. Despite objections from homeless advocates, the White House says more than 40 homeless encampments have been removed in DC since President Trump announced a federal law enforcement surge. President Trump has lumped in homelessness to what he calls out of control crime and blight. Over the past week, the White House says
he said homelessness. He has lumped it in with out of control crime and blight.
Oh,
a blight is like a stain or like a selectism. Passenger.
Blight is white people own stuff and they let it go in your neighborhood.
Yep.
They take care of their neighborhood, but they are horrible landlords everywhere else.
That's the real blight. That's the real blight. That's the real stain. But he calls the poor of the city a blight. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so it's like the video that I'm showing, the encampment that's going on that they tore down right here is on the Whitehurst Freeway. That's out of the way of anybody.
Ain't nobody seeing that shit.
No one's over there.
But I'm gonna tell you who's seeing it. You know, that's the route a lot of them people who live in Northwest DC take to go home. Not Northern Virginia, but the Arlington that's on that side. Not the Arlington by Reagan, the Arlington that's up on that side. That's on the hill. And that place named Cabin John. You know where Cabin John is? Right? That Cabin John area, brother, they're likely to ask you, what you doing here? How do you even know this place exists? Those people living on Reservoir Road in the back of Georgetown, they seeing it. And that's the money in DC. That's really who owns DC when you check up there. Slack it, General.
Imagine that. A brother, he's sitting in a lawn chair up under a bridge, and he gets told while his stuff is moving that, yeah, Donald Trump was on Truth Social with a picture of you. He literally drove by and took a picture of the man and the encampment and posted it on Truth Social. And next thing he know, they getting ran out of there with bulldozers or what have you. He literally, he's just like anybody that a white man who steps over or sees or shoots a man in a wheelchair or kicks somebody because he's a bum needing some money or some food on the sidewalk of his big high-rise high tower that he works in or owns. It's completely ridiculous.
That's exactly him. We need a 2025 trade in places. That's what we need. Go ahead, the wife.
Sir. Now, because I work on a lot of construction sites, and I know a lot of these guys, they sleep in their car, but they have gym memberships just for the shower.
Just for the shower. It's cheap enough, $10 a month somewhere, $15 a month, and you just use that just for the shower. You sleep in a car, you have a little tent under a bridge somewhere, out of sight. You're not in the main thoroughfare of the city. You get the point. A lot of people go down on that way. You get so confused because of how that area, that part of DC is only for people who live over there. Unfortunately, those who live over there is the very wealthy, not even rich, the very wealthy of DC. Right? So you said it was a plague and a blight. Go ahead, Shapat. You haven't? We might have to just pass it up if you can't pull it out. Go ahead.
Over the past week, the White House says more than 40 homeless encampments in Washington, D.C. have been cleared out. But as NPR's Jennifer Lutton reports, advocates say that could make it even harder to eventually get people housed.
That could make it even harder to what?
For people to get housed.
For people to get housed. And why? Because you done scatter them. Where they're going to stay now. You don't know what documents they had in there. Imagine you have documents in there, birth paper, and how are they going to get it now? How are they going to prove to whoever this is who they are? Like, you done displace a group of people to please other white people who's just racist and evil as could be. The Lord gonna see you on it. Give me Psalms 82:1, all right?
Psalms chapter 82, verse 1. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked?
Right. The Lord standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the gods. Like the Most High, like Trump is exalting himself right now. He's exalting himself. White supremacy is exalting themselves. They don't give a damn about anybody who doesn't have power. This is not about crime. This is not about righteousness. This is not about, who's obeying America's laws. This is not about none of that. This is about power and wealth. And he's exalting himself as the mighty and the powerful and doing whatever and just get it done. And he'll until you push back. They'll just do and do until you push back. This week, they what he said, not this week, last week, Friday or Thursday, he had an executive order that the head of the CIA is the head of the FBI is now going to be the head of the federal surge. He's going to be the federal surge commissioner, meaning he's going to be the commissioner of DC, while the surge is going on. And that shit was illegal. It was not legal to do, but he did it anyway until DC's attorney general had to file a lawsuit overnight to get a judge to say it's illegal that the commissioner is still Commissioner Smith, the woman who's in charge of DCPD, and you can't do that to her. Now imagine you don't have that judge to do it, or you don't know. They'll just do whatever, and if you don't push back, whatever. Like, this is who you're dealing with. This is the pride that he has, where he bulldoze their house, whatever. This is that. But the Lord is sitting in that, and he watching it. Not he's sitting in it, co-signing it. He's watching it, and he'll begin to judge. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Defend the poor.
Give me no. Verse 2. Salakia.
Verse 2. How long will ye judge unjustly?
Say it again.
How long will ye judge unjustly?
Say it one more time.
How long will ye judge unjustly?
How much more is this whole regime going to judge unjustly? You was deporting everybody since you get into power. The Lord sent that river down there in Kerrville and swept everybody away. Houses was moving down the river like leaves. Like kids would throw leaves and play boat race in a drain on the side of a street.
Right.
Houses was floating down the river just like that. Until what? Issachar, Mexicans had to cross the border and save you behind. Until the sheriff down there was in tears saying he thankful for their help for his family. And they ain't gonna have no problem coming over the border. That doesn't convict you. That doesn't move your spirit to be like, you know what? We wrong for how we dealing with these people. We wrong for when you had the fires in California, you had what? Issachar sending them helicopters and planes over to help you fight the damn fires. You don't give a damn about none of that. You filled with so much pride. You make a judgment that you're going to bulldoze people's houses. How long will you judge unjustly? That's an unjust judgment right there. This morning, that U.S. attorney, what's his U.S. attorney for DC, Judge Pirro, she said any arrest in DC made with this surge, charge them with the maximum charge. For what? For doing what exactly? Like, what is we even talking about here? Maximum charge. For what? Keep going.
And accept the persons of the wicked.
And how long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? And these Christians and these Democrats, this is their fault. This is their fault. They really was white supremacists the same way. They just white supremacists with the volume turned down. They didn't do enough to protect black people because they don't give a damn about black and Hispanic and Native Indian people. They don't give a damn about the poor. They don't give a damn about anybody. Trump came in there and showed what the power of that office could really do. He showed exactly what could have been done on the other side. That every president, for saying you have to be fair and balanced and you can't do this and you can't do that. Trump came in there and did it his way. He come in there and Frank Sinatra, the whole thing. He did it his way, and that's the only way. Which means Biden could have did it, Obama could have did it, Clinton could have did it. And we ain't supporting no Democrats, but we're showing you how, getting mixed up with this politics with these people is of no consequence to us. None. Biden is a Democrat. He said what? He came with the crime bill, the three strikes thing. Judge Pirro, working with Trump, who's a Republican, said give them the maximum charge. They're both the same. They're both the same. We don't have no business dealing with them. And right now, Muriel Bowser is understanding that. That Chief Smith is understanding that. DC Delegate Eleanor Norton Holmes is understanding that. She in there for, she like the mommy up in that thing. Yeah,
her badge and she's 88 years old.
She ain't doing nothing. She's doing nothing in there but occupying a seat that should belong to shit. Gerald Q had to go up in there and show them how to run DC. She had to they should turn the whole thing over to the UPK. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. A DC officer, lieutenant, told me personally that they notice when we are not at camp on the spot, the area is more wild than than when we are there. They say they notice they don't get as much calls and stuff when we are there. If they get calls, it's because of somebody disagreeing with us. But they notice that when we are there, they don't get the calls about, the muggings and the drugs. They don't get them type of calls because we're really supposed to be in charge of this place and given the power and the authority and the resources and the exposure to do it. I'm going to give you another one. Years ago, we had this camp on 14th Street. 14th Street up there is, Latino area, 14th and Irving. We have camp there all the damn time. We go up there, it was Saturday camp. We did the Sabbath service, got in the vehicles, went down to the camp. We put up on the camp spot, yellow tape everywhere. Right, there's 14th Street, that 14th and Irving, there's the metro then and the elevator right there. Yellow tape from the elevator to the corner. We pull up shells on the ground all over the place. It's like, what the hell happened here? The cop come out and say, man, I don't know where you all was at, but there's somebody just come and lit this place up. He said, this should never happen when you all around. Like, they need to turn DC over to Command General Yohana. I can't say it enough, but the Lord is going to do something to let them know. And not just them, but every brother and sister in this city is going to see and hear something soon that's going to make you understand that the Israelite school of UPK is the only place you need to turn to. Let white people turn to Trump. You turn to the Lord. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Shepard.
Like, now I was going to say, you know, in my slave, I passed when we go to camp on a regular basis.
Right.
And you always see the metro police or, you know, a conglomeration of police right there. I personally call it Skid Row because, you know, whenever I see my homies from around my way down there, it usually means they're at the very bottom. Anybody you see down there where we be at camp, like they're no longer around their neighborhood no more. If somebody was to see them down there, they'd be like, "What you doing down?
What you doing down here?" It's rough. It's rough. But we down there because we out there for our people. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead. Oh, Salaki, go ahead.
There was a comment online from Lance Bishop, and I have a response.
Oh, Salaki, did you give the brother Houston number and stuff?
I posted online.
All right, no sweat. Did he respond? Did he see it?
So he did.
Okay, no sweat.
Lance Bishop says Biden was not a part. Biden was a part of the administration. He did not write the 3 strikes. Get it right, brother. And I have an article real quick. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, there's an article that says the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, commonly known
this is
as,
for who? Was this fool's name?
Lance Bishop.
Lance Bishop, get some education, all right, dummy? Go ahead.
The Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, commonly known as the Crime Bill, was sponsored by Joe Biden 26 years ago.
All right. What's his name again?
Lance Bishop.
Lance Bishop. You're an idiot. And you should never open your mouth. And if you want to defend Biden, go ahead and defend him. That's fine. I'm not going to defend him. I'm going to charge him with everything. I'm charging him with everything, right? And I do have it right. You don't have to tell me get it right, brother. You need to get it right. But if you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm going to charge this devil with every goddamn thing. All right? Where we at? Give me verse 3.
Verse 3. Defend the poor and the fatherless.
Right, like Biden didn't come on TV and say super predators. And if a grandmother is walking the streets and some young boy grab her bag or some shit like that, you know, we all have grandmothers. I don't care if they're 14, 15. He said that in the state capitol. He said that in the Capitol building in the rotunda. Don't come to me with no nonsense trying to get him off on some technicality. He didn't write the 3 strikes bill. Get it right, brother. Shut your mouth, man. Shut your mouth. If you like the taste of the white man's nether regions in your mouth, that's you. Everybody have the taste. Everybody like what they like. You get the point? If you want that, go ahead. But don't tell me about get it right. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Defend the poor and fatherless.
Say it again.
Defend the poor and fatherless.
That's what the Bible said to do. Defend the poor and the fatherless. And right now, that whole surge, that whole thing with Trump is a war on poverty. It's war on the poor. He's not defending the poor and the fatherless. He's not going and bringing relief to people who have need, but bringing more distress. You know what he should have did? Instead of backing up the DC garbage truck, instead of backing up the bulldozer, instead of backing up that long container with for the trash, they could have go to U-Haul or Penske and give them some sort of tax break or tax incentive. Tell them we'll give you, a $200,000 write-off or something, right, for next year's tax return or something like that. Give them some sort of incentive, free advertising, a DC contract, whatever. And they could have gone in there and packed people's stuff up in there and tell them we holding it in this location for 30 days, 60 days. Just come on down there, identify yourself, or meet with somebody. In them, in those type of communities where they have the tents and stuff, there's usually somebody who is senior in the whole zone. There's usually somebody who is, damn near in charge of it or running or this, they have problems. They go to that tent, they go to that person. You could have go to that person as a representative and say, listen, we can't have you all on the streets no more. You all could pack your stuff up in here. You pack it up yourself so we could assure your stuff, and you have 30 days to find something. We have a program. Come here. We You could have did that thing so you could have shown people that you was worth something. You had an opportunity to show people a kindness that people need right now. People need a certain amount of kindness right now that is foreign in the earth, except for the Israelite school of UPK. You could have shown them that type of empathy and consideration, like you're a real person. You're a human being. I could take care of your little tent. I have Mar-a-Lago. I have Trump Towers. I have all these buildings. But your tent is just as important as my buildings. You can say that again, sir? He can't, his ego wouldn't let him do it. And the people he surround himself with, oh my gosh, nobody is saying nothing to him. They could have did that whole thing, and you know what he would have done? He would have won the poor. He'd have won them to his side. He'd have, or at least they'd have said, you know what? That Trump, he a racist piece of shit, but he handled this thing right. I had to give him that. He didn't abuse us. He didn't do this, but he just proved every naysayer right about who he is by destroying them people's homes. And a lot of these men is veterans and women is veterans under them bridges. They go into the VA, 2-3 times a week, catching that bus going up Georgia Ave. What are you saying about them? I'm saying, don't be surprised in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, you hear some sort of activity that's antisocial. I ain't going to use the T word just yet. But some sort of activity that's antisocial in DC from a veteran who used to be under the bridge. God damn, Bukawash. I'm trying not to give no ideas because they're gonna say I instigate the shit out. You're not giving me no protection at all. God damn, man. Shit. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Like you violated them people horribly. And the Bible says defend the poor, not attack the poor. It's not a crime to be poor, not according to God. But according to the white man, according to America, it is a crime to be poor. You understand? That's why they don't stop the Israelis from bombing the Palestinians. The Palestinians poor compared to the Israelis. They ain't got no money to offer America. The Israelis got all kind of stuff to offer America. So Trump is, let them do whatever. Same thing with Russia. Let them do whatever. Go ahead.
If I could, they just passed a law in the dead of nights where they passed a law saying that the U.S. will pay the IDF veterans and their retired concert. So U.S. they pass is a law where our U.S. tax dollars is going to pay IDF, their Israeli Defense Force, their veterans, and they're paying them their disability and their retirement. And the money that they reserved for their soldiers and whatnot for that cause, they're referring. Nope, they passed it, and they took that money and they're giving their citizens free health care.
Because you had to send me that, brother. You had to send me that article. Listen, y'all know Captain Nine Fact. Captain Nine Fact, he reads every goddamn thing. I think that's the proof he was right about everything he said since the beginning of the year. That the small hats are running America and Trump is their Pinocchio. He's their Pinocchio that's in the White House just working for them. That's crazy, Ark. He's there, so they pay. Let's read on. You found it, sir?
Service members. The bill would amend 2 federal laws covering legal protections for U.S. service members to include Americans serving in the Israeli Defense Forces. So we got people over there fighting with them.
So they covering their I guess benefits and healthcare and stuff like that. But to cover them, they're gonna have to get something to. Yeah. They're gonna have to cover that the IDF
Commander
too.
General Yohana is absolutely correct. They the CIA. That's obvious. You understand?
Yep. All right, where we at? Verse 4?
Concert, verse 3.
Verse 3, Slakin. Go ahead, read again.
Defend the poor and the fatherless.
Uh-huh.
Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
That's what he's supposed to do. Deliver the poor and the needy out of the hand of the wicked. And he did not do that. He did not do that. Bowser hadn't. Imagine there was no pushback on this. And you the mayor of the city. This is your homeless. Like there's a saying in the world, you could tell the greatness of a people by how they treat the worst of them. You look at the prison system, look how they treat the poor. You could really tell, a lot about a people like that. Like you have a demographic of your people that's poor and homeless and needy. You have to find a way to bridge them back to your regular society. You have to have a plan where there's a 10-year plan, 20-year plan, whatever it is, that you're going to stop the fallout that's happening. And you just punish them for being homeless when that's ridiculous. Hold where you at. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 20. Somebody else. You could just hold it where you at, Leviathan. Somebody else give me that. Whoever's online or any brother in the room could grab it. Quickly, who have it?
Khan.
Go ahead, please read.
Khan. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 20. Do right to the widow, judge for the fatherless.
Read it one more time, Mark. Your mic went out for some reason.
Slack sir. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 20. Do right to the widow, judge for the fatherless. Give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked.
Right, do right to the widow. Do right to that woman who doesn't have a husband. Judge the fatherless. Judge for the fatherless, because somebody who does that, father would be the judge in their life, telling them what to do, encouraging them, counseling them. You're gonna have to be that person. Instead, you want to charge 14-year-olds as adults, right? You don't judge for the fatherless. What's the other thing it says? Give to the poor, defend the orphan, and clothe the naked. Not bulldoze their houses and take away the little that they have, destroy the little bit that they have in a part of the city that's, nobody's really there. And if on your free time, drive around that part of the city on Sunday morning. Sunday morning, anytime between 7 and 1 p.m. And you will see every devil down there. That's close to the area where they build these little volleyball courts, these little sand volleyball courts, and they have little running, and they're down there and they having their fun. That's their fun time. And not far away is that homeless population. Not in the same exact place, but it's in the area of it. The people who's there is an eyesore for. That's what it really is. Go ahead. It's close to there, but it's a little bit further, off of it. You get the point? But it's all in the same area. But they just have a hatred for anybody who don't live in some mansion with marble floors. Right? Keep reading the Matthew.
Khan. Verse 21. Heal the broken and the weak.
Say it one more time.
Khan. Heal the broken and the weak.
Go ahead.
Laugh not a lame man to scorn. Defend the maimed, and let the blind man come into the sight of my.
So 1 second, Mafia.
Khan.
It's odd that you say defend the maimed or what have you.
Khan.
Well, there's a story.
Come on, sis. Lucky.
There's a story. In response to the documents that came out, this Israeli cyber directive that went to Las Vegas, which falls under the prime minister's officers, was arrested in Vegas. Let me see who he was attacking in this child pedophilia case. It says Alexandrovich was suspected of using computer technology to lure a child with mental disabilities for sexual purposes, according to arrest records. He here on a little what they have, a little conference or what have you in Vegas or what have you.
Right.
He trying to get mentally disabled children to sexually abuse them for sexual purposes.
Wow.
And they let him go back to Israel. That's what's going on.
Wow.
They let him go back. They let him out.
Diplomatic immunity. They say, listen, man, you don't worry about it.
They let him go. Literally, they let him go. Now I found out another story. You know how the Israeli ADL was established, the Anti-Defamation League?
Go ahead, sir.
In 1913, I believe it was in Georgia, some white Jewish man owned a pencil factory.
Right.
And of course, you know, they want to do what they want to do. They want to do what they want to do. He saw some woman that worked in his factory or what have you, brought her into the office, and they found her in the bottom of the daggone factory the next morning or what have you. Of course, Jake found her. Tried to get Jake in trouble for it or what have you, but another brother testified on him, and they locked him up and was supposed to give him a death penalty sentence.
Right.
With all of his connections, they reduced it to life. The regular American white folk wasn't playing, and they went and got him, and finally, you know, they strung him up or what have you in front of the woman's house that he had raped and murdered.
Right. So you
know what I'm saying? That's how, and the ADL was the ones that came out in Jewish support of anybody who gets in trouble that's Jewish or what have you. You know, I know something made you extremely mad long ago. That cat that was going around stealing people, stabbing people.
Elias Abuazelam. I'll never forget his name.
Remember his damn name.
I'll never forget his name.
You understand?
Elias Abuazelam.
You better watch yourself around them. Them Harvey Weinsteins.
Yeah.
Them who passed away. That was the sister, Whitney Houston or what have you. Clive was in the damn hotel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know who you dealing with.
That's right.
You don't know who you dealing with.
That's right.
They'll go right on home and you will be gone or what have you. And they will never get prosecuted.
Yep.
They about as bad as the goddamn Roman Catholic priests.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. You're right. So even you remember the story the general was talk about in I forget where in New York, where the Hasidic Jews was. Remember, and the Jewish man who hit the little child, and the car was down there parked up on the child. The ambulance came and took the Jewish man driving the car and left the child right there to die. And you know,
they went crazy.
I think it was a Levite child or a Benjamite child. A Benjamite child. Oh boy, Israel tore New York up. Israel tore New York up. I think they sought to kill the driver. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did kill him or some other Jewish man who went in there and was defending something. They got hold of him and tore him out the frame. It was horrible. But the Jewish people, the Jewish driver hit the child, left the car on top of the child, called the ambulance, the Jewish ambulance. It was two kids. The ambulance pulled up and only took the driver away. And they's like, yo, the child is hurt too. There's like, that ain't our business. You know what I mean? This is who we living under. This is who rules over us. You know what I mean? To water for that too, sis. Yeah, shit. Where we at? Read on Mafia.
Khan, I'll start from 21, sir.
Yeah, please.
Khan. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 21. Heal the broken and the weak. Laugh not a lame man to scorn. Defend the maimed, and let the blind man come into the sight of my clearness.
That's what should happen, and that's what could happen if we turn to the Lord. If we turn to the Lord, we could get healed, and our pain could be alleviated. Our situation could be changed if you turn to the Lord and do what the Lord said. Get the point? All this tax money going into DC government, and somebody else could just come in there and take everything, take over all power from you. Like, you building up a house that can't help you. And I'm not saying don't pay your taxes. Give unto Caesar what's to Caesar, but give unto the Lord what belongs to the Lord, man. Like, Commander General Hanna done changed the landscape of DC, working with nothing, working with literally nothing, with blood, sweat, and tears, and a little piece from, faithful men and women's checks every week or every 2 weeks. And sometimes the entire checks go in the pot to make this thing go forward. Imagine if we get that damn emergency budget. That's how much billions of dollars they spending with a handful of men. We'll change the face of the DC, man. We'll change the faces of any city that we're in, because we'll defend the poor and the fatherless. The rich don't need defending. The rich don't need, a father. They don't need that. Keep going, Mafia.
Come. Verse 22. Keep the old and the young within thy walls.
Say it again.
Keep the old and the young within thy walls.
Say it one more time.
Keep the old and the young within thy walls.
What is that saying?
You want to protect the young and the old.
Yeah, definitely. You want to have a regard for them. Remember, Deuteronomy said a nation that will come upon the swift as the eagle, that will not regard the old or the young. The Bible says, keep the old and the young that are within your walls. Them homeless people, they are elderly. Some of them is young. Some of them is young. A lot of them came to classes here. There's a lot of them at one time with car. I remember this one brother, he was homeless, and his knee got broken, and he was in a full cast from his hip to his ankle. And he would ride the bus and come through. You know what I mean? And he would try to keep up with the thing. Like, they come through from time to time, and they people. Salaki, sir.
Some of us were homeless in DC.
So I was trying to say, yeah, get out there. Shit. Some of us would be homeless right now if it wasn't for Command Journey Hunter. You get the point? You come and turn to the Lord, this thing could change for you. You don't have to be out there. You get the point? So many brothers and sisters come into the truth from being homeless, from a tent, from a shelter. Had to leave class at a certain time to catch a bus to be back at the shelter before they lock the door. Like, this is what this place is. Ain't nobody gonna harm you or seek to hurt you because you're poor. But you let your leader, Trump, do it. Trump says something. What's his full name? The one who's talking about Biden. I forget his name. Lawrence or Lance or something. Lance Bishop. The Trump got to be his man. He got to be one of them Republicans who Amanda Seals cut to piss. He got to be one of them. You leave it up to them, brother. We'll be nothing in this place. Absolutely nothing. Let's go back to Psalms. All right. Read verse 4.
Psalms 82, verse 4. Deliver the poor and needy.
Mm-hmm.
Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Mm-hmm. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked, which is why we take to the streets every weekend and bid Israel to come into the Lord's Supper, man. Bid Israel to come and join the Lord's feast. Bid Israel to come and change their ways and turn back to the Lord. And it's not hard. It's not difficult. It seems like it's difficult in the very beginning. It seems like it's difficult because we've learned so much lies, and we have trust issues, and we have different traumas that going on. But brother and sister, you come and sit in here and really plug in and apply yourself. You'll see the real potential in your life. You'll see the real amazing things that you can do.
Right.
Get the point? You'll see what you're really capable of, with the Lord on your side. Keep going.
Verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Out of course, right? They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. Like these leaders over here, They don't give a damn about you or your problems or anything you're going through. They don't give a damn about your poverty, about your issues. They want you to show up on that plantation and pick cotton and keep your mouth shut about everything else they do.
Right.
Don't say nothing. The whole world is out of course. You have Elon Musk blowing up billions of dollars every other month with that SpaceX. How much ever his rockets going out into space just blew up. Millions of dollars that could have built an apartment complex for them people who are homeless and get them, put them in jobs where they could go pay their rent and live like normal human beings. You ain't really want to stop crime. You just want to abuse the poor. You want when people come to America, they look at DC like, you go visit Putin in the Kremlin. You want the reputation that Putin has. You want the reputation that that the Chinese leader has, or you want or Kim Jong-un has in North Korea. You want that military display. You want that look of roughness because really you're a soft man. Really you're a weak man. You're a tiny man inside. Really you're just a punk, and you need to abuse people to make yourself look better. Everybody waited on them Epstein files for them children that got abused, but you ain't saying nothing about that. You ain't saying nothing about it. You're trying to hide that. You're trying to bulldoze that like the Epstein files was in them homeless people's tents. You push that out the way. Like if in there was all the Epstein files. In there was the link to all the cartels. The cartels was running out of them tents under the bridge. They show you under the bridge, brother. It's clear, but you could tell something was there. Because you hate the poor so much. The Lord is going to see judgment on you for it, man. The Lord is going to see judgment on you for it. And blacks and Hispanics, we should really watch what's going on with how they're treating us and the poor. How they're treating everybody who doesn't have a political strength or might to their hands to push back on this oppressor. We should watch it carefully and turn to the Lord fast. Turn to the Lord fast. Because it ain't nothing to come and bulldoze where you live next. It ain't nothing to come and take what you have next. Salakis.
One check away from being in the street.
I'm trying to tell you. They ain't paying you enough. They ain't doing nothing to help you secure yourself. But they're destroying the little things that people have. It's because the white man is the devil and he's in charge of this earth. He's in charge of this earth, and this is a total flex he's doing right now in this area. You should rush up in here even more. More and more. You should pay your tithes up in here even more and more and more. Look at the work that the general done did with very little. With very, very little. You bringing in this National Guard. I asked this last week. With these people, these feds, what cases are they not working right now to walk the streets of DC? What terrorists are they not looking into? What drug cartel are they not looking into? What, child, sex ring are they not investigating right now to walk the streets of DC? Sadaki,
Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna respect him unless if he makes the whole come up. You know what I'm saying? They about not never leave. You understand? They here now. They about not never leave. You understand? If so, you know what I'm saying? The American people are just they out of their mind to allow this numbskull to be over top of them in the manner that he is. He ain't serious because he could have done this before.
Right.
He could have done it before by just allowing for the people that did the January 6th to stay. And that's what he's doing. He break that. What were you? They was all police chiefs and all deputies from all over the country that came in here.
Yep.
They doing it again.
They're doing the same thing again.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they gonna stay this time?
Yeah.
I've been calling it from the giddy up that when he had his little birthday party, he didn't have enough.
Right.
He was gonna. I was like, you gonna let this fool bring army tanks and all type of military? They probably around the corner.
Yeah. Yep.
You
That's
understand?
exactly
Because
it.
now he got more National Guard coming onto the streets, and it's the same fools that he just let out that ran up into the Capitol.
Yeah.
Like, are we?
Are you
we
that
must
blind?
be asleep.
Yeah, exactly. You're right, son. Is you that blind? Like he's securing himself. Come on, Johnny Hanna said he gonna just barricade himself in there for when them Epstein files leak. You gotta climb over every alphabet squad to get to him. You know what I mean? All right, good. So Amanda Caesar, go ahead.
Chelsea Blue asks, can you ask Captain about Trump and Venezuela and how that will affect Trinidad?
Oh, okay. It's affecting Trinidad already. It's affecting Trinidad already. All right. Trump with Venezuela, that's a very old battle, right? The Venezuelan government during the oil boom days, I believe this was like 40s and 50s for Venezuela, kind of similar to the same scenario that happened with Iran. Remember, we explained Iran a few weeks ago. It's kind of same on the timeline in terms of when the oil became nationalized, right? So earlier on in Venezuela's oil history, a lot of U.S. expats was down there, particularly those oil tycoons from Texas. Right? A lot of those rich white men from Texas was down there and in charge of the oil. Then the oil became nationalized. Venezuela went through a sort of revolution and became nationalized, right? Fast forward to like the 80s, you have Chavez, right? I think Chavez took over. I forget the guy he took over from. But Chavez was a young leader at the time. And the guy he took over from was still, I believe the country was still in league with America with the oil. They still was, rolling with America. And there was some deal that went left. You could look it up. A little vague on the memory of it. There was a deal that went left, and Chavez picked up on it. And then he started turning Venezuela the other way against America. And from since then, go ahead, sir.
We got to remember that the defense, the national defense organizations that are running America since Vietnam or what have you, they have perfected going into countries and destroying them. They perfected that craft. And so what Venezuela was seeing was Operation Condor that the CIA was conducting in South America, Central and South America.
Right.
That's how they stole everything from Puerto Rico. That's how they went into Chile or what have you. That's what they were doing. They were in there replacing leaders. They were in there replacing and they were even assassinating people. That's why they got the bounty on barbecue. They got the bounty on Maduro. Right. They are well vetted at what they do, which is taking over a place. They taking over places. They're gonna do this, and you understand they did it in Venezuela as well, except for the brother Chavez wasn't having it. You understand? He stood up against them because it was being brought out how Panama with who was that? Noriega. All of that was, the CIA and everything that was going in there with the drugs and the dopes in Colombia and everything that they've been doing forever. They got everybody high. They push drugs and guns to, the American public. Now, look at us now. Just like how the captain was bringing out, we super weak right now. We super weak. And America is going to bear the brunt of it. It's going to fall. We just got to come back, you understand, and love one another, you understand, and the Lord will deliver us from out of her hand, you understand? Come out of her, my people, is what it's saying. So that's how it's going to affect us. I'm going to let the captain go back into it, but they've been doing this for quite some time, You understand? If they want to eat, they would leave Trinidad alone. That's what they would do. You understand? Ammonia. You don't eat without ammonia. Yeah, they got hella things that they cannot deal with in these small countries in particular. They have things or what have you that the whole world needs. LNG, the liquefied natural gas. That's coming straight out of Trinidad. Europe would freeze. So they're not going to touch everything or what have you. But you can't fall on the wrong side of their propaganda and their fear campaign that they're going to bring to the people, like you going to hate the Venezuelans. You understand? No, brother. You can't do that. You understand? Them is your brothers and sisters that the white man is coming to destroy, and you got to stand in solidarity with them. That's what's going on. I'm just going to wait for the cat to come back. What did she say? She say anything, Baquash? I'm gonna let the captain finish up on it.
So, what did you reply?
Thank you for the information. Says thank you for the information. Thank for the information. They were our current prime minister is talking. She wants us to dislike Venezuela.
She's Venezuela.
No, she's Trinidad.
Might be Trinidad. That's what I say. It's already affecting Trinidad. What she say about the current prime minister?
Current PM is talking. She wants us to dislike Venezuela.
Dislike Venezuela.
Say that again. The current prime minister as well.
It's the way our current prime minister is talking. She wants us to dislike Venezuela.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what's really going on with it. All right, Salakia. What's really going on with it is America is pushing. America is pushing to get Venezuela because of the oil. Go ahead.
So it's crazy how they keep us distracted with so many things that we don't even just realize the ongoing pattern. Everybody that we have a problem with is because we were trying to use them and they're tired of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now we make them public enemy number one, and then they get us to be against them.
Yep. That's how it always is. And okay, this goes back to I'm gonna just touch on it real short because we're running out of the time. This goes back to also what General Q was just talking about with how they destabilize so much of the earth. You had America ambassador, I forget if he was a foreign ambassador or what, Henry Kissinger, who was, half German, half Jewish. And he wrote a memorandum called United States Securities Memorandum. This was like in 1960 or 69, somewhere around there, or 70s, could be. And he said that America is only 5% of the world's population, but uses 30% or 35% of the world's resources. That was then. They said America's footprint is way bigger than everybody else's footprint. That's a political term they use to say your footprint is, like you're walking in the sand, what you leave. And they're saying your footprint's supposed to be a equal measure of you. It'll be as deep as you are heavy. It'll be as wide as you are. But they're saying America's footprint is bigger than the thing making it. Damn near. So imagine you have a man who is 10 feet tall, but he's making a footprint big like he's 100 feet tall. That's America. And they use so much of the world's resources that are located in third world countries. And he wrote in that memorandum way back then. You could Google and see exactly when he wrote it. But Kissinger died about 5 or 6 years ago. He wrote, somebody look up when. That's what I'm saying. So you're just looking at me dead. Somebody look it up so you can get the exact date. But he said that America must embark on population control, destabilizing third world countries, And even to the point of he didn't use the word genocide, but that's what it really means. It really means that. He said instead of, okay, he said you need to make their global footprint smaller. He didn't say make America smaller. He said because eventually they're going to be competing for resources. And since America uses way more than it needs, they need to use less of what they need. And from that securities memorandum, you had the whole thing with the World Bank and the IMF, and countries that could grow rice can't use the rice they grow. They have to sell it and buy rice from somebody else, like what happens in Mexico. The whole thing with the banana destabilizing in the Caribbean. So all that is the history behind it. And of course, the resources are hidden in third world countries. And Venezuela, I think, has one of the largest oil reserves, the third largest or second largest oil reserve in the world right now. So from those days with Chavez, they've been turning away from America. And America tried to assassinate Chavez so many times to put their own puppet in there, but he was a very strong leader. Then he started being backed by Russia. Right? What do you have?
He died in 2023, but he made that statement in 76.
76. I believe that's the year of the securities memorandum. Slack, sir.
And he wasn't just talking. That was a killer right there.
Yeah, he was a stone cold killer. And we ain't talking about killer like shoot somebody at the metro station. We're talking about hundreds of thousands and millions of people was going to be dead in 5 years under him. Like it was a systemic thing of just killing them off, culling the population, right? That's what you could go look, and it's okay. When I first found out about it, this was one of them things that's leaked, and you wasn't sure if it was true or not. A lot of people didn't believe it, but you could go find out about it now. Those things are public information now. It's called the NSSM or NSCM 200, National Securities Memorandum. This was a government, damn near like what's called that thing, like a pitch or a document that this is what he's advising the U.S. government to start doing if they want to survive, right? And this is for all the presidents in the future. This is what he, his suggestion of what to do. So now, go ahead, Sir Salaki.
Not the suggestion. He was actually working that plan the whole time with our government,
right?
Prime ministers of his liking throughout the world.
Right.
Meaning
So
he had bodies. He had millions of bodies that he was actively talking to people about killing, and they did it.
Yep. Salaki. Not a suggestion like you think this is what he put forward for them to do then. That's what it is. It started like that. They adopted it and pushed the whole thing. But like a general said, he was working down there clandestine in the past. We're in the shadows, you know what I mean? But that thing is in full swing. And you're probably going to have to go and look up the history with Venezuela. You don't have to pull it up now because we ain't got the time. We went over it in this class a few times already with Chavez. And once the deal with America went south, Chavez turned Venezuela all the way away from America interest. And that's, I think we played the video last week, where Chavez said, the devil came to me today. The devil was just here. He just left. How do I know? I can smell the smoke. I could smell brimstone. And he was talking about Bush. That Bush came to visit him to talk about the oil. When Bush left, he came in on national TV and said, Diablo was here today. He called the white man the devil because he knew what America was trying to do to his country. Now, the current Venezuelan president, Maduro, came up under Chavez. And Chavez would not pass the country to anybody else but him. And that's who's in there now. And he's stoic as could be. They tried to kill him too. They tried to assassinate him with some drone. It didn't work. They put this white boy in there, Guaido, at the time was running against him. This was in the time of COVID. They had an election. The people voted for Maduro. America said Guaido is in charge. And that caused a split. But the people loved Maduro. Guaido eventually conceded. Trump lost the next election, so they got a little breather. Trump is, and they put a bounty on Maduro head back then. You could go look it up. They put a bounty on his head back then. Also, too, with Trinidad, America has been trying for the longest while to set up a military outpost in Trinidad because it's so strategically close to Venezuela. Trinidad has offered some passive resistance in times past. The most recent was in the time of COVID, where the then leader was a brother. He's an Uncle Tom and a sellout, but he was a brother. And he had a verbal agreement with Venezuela with the oil. Venezuela is damn near like the Saudis in South America with the oil. They have a whole oil connection. And they have an arrangement with other South American countries. And this was a verbal agreement. America was pressuring them all to break the agreement and leave Venezuela by themselves so that America could raid them. Trinidad's prime minister said, we have a verbal agreement and we're not going to break the truce with our neighbors. Right? America wanted to arrest Maduro. Trinidad president flied Maduro in for talks with the oil. That's during the Biden time. Trump is back in power now, and he is doubly hurt that he did not get to take Venezuela the first time. And now you're hearing about what is the cartels, the Tren de Agua. All of a sudden, Venezuela have some ridiculous cartel called the Tren del Agua. I never heard of them before. And, all these criminals from Venezuela and illegal immigrants from Venezuela and send them back. And so now don't be surprised that some of the immigrants that they sent back are agents that going in there to destabilize Venezuela. Go ahead.
So like I said, when you finish, I had a verse that I was asked to break down. I want to make sure I gave.
No sweat. I'm gonna try to get to you before, all right?
Come across.
Okay, no sweat. I'm gonna try to get to you with the time before. So now they going full tilt into attacking Venezuela, but through Trinidad. Now Trinidad just had an election earlier this year. The brother who was in charge, he's tired of being a coon, and he really offered no fight. The East Indians been in Trinidad for the last 250 years, and they've been extremely racist and separate and segregated. And that has caused them to rise in power over us, in keeping with Deuteronomy with the stranger that's among you will get above the very high. So now they really run Trinidad. The person in charge of Trinidad now is an East Indian woman called Kamala Bisesa. She's an East Indian like Kamala Harris. She's in charge of Trinidad. And before she got in charge, while that old leader was there, when America asked that brother to turn his back on Maduro, she contacted the American embassy and said she'll do whatever they want. And she said, don't worry about the black man in office. She said this on national TV. When they pulled her up on it, she said, I didn't say black, I said blank man, meaning he doesn't do anything. I said blank man. You could look at the tape. She fucking lied. She said, don't worry about the black man in office. Tell me what you want done. She was ready to sell all the way out for US money. So fast forward to today, she's in charge. Trump is again back on Venezuela to secure oil because he's getting ready to make war with the Middle East. So they need to secure oil. But there's something called the BRICS Alliance, which has been started since, I think, 2002. If I'm not mistaken, it's over 20 years of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, I believe. That's the original BRICS. That's what the acronym stands for. And this was an alliance that came together to form a new, damn near like United Nations for oil, and they'll trade with each other. I think from the BRICS is where you get the crypto. They came out with the alternative currency, because up till this day, the only currency you could buy oil in is US currency, the petrodollar. And they wanted to take power away from America by forming the BRICS Alliance. And that's why China is so powerful today. China devalued their money back in the day so they could underbid everybody. And they built, every bridge in Africa. They built every highway in the Caribbean. They built every factory in South America. And in doing so, they secured long-term money for their country. And now China is so rich and powerful through the BRICS alliance. The Trinidad leader is East Indian. She had the East Indian leader come to Trinidad about a month ago. I showed you all the tape where he pushed aside the black boy and hugged the two Indian boys. He's India's leader. India is part of BRICS. Trump had India's leader here, I think earlier this week or last week. Modi. He was in DC last week, I think, because Trump wants to have investment opportunities in India. India buys 40% of their of Russia's oil at a very good deal. They have a good deal with Russia. Trump says, if you don't stop buying oil from Russia, we're going to put sanctions on you. Modi said, to hell with you, nigga. Trump don't understand East Indians. Benjamites do. It's like how Judah understand the white man. Nobody else understands him but the tribe of Judah. Everybody else think you could come in here and smile in the white man's face and work for him. Everybody else think Judah lazy. That's what Amanda Seals been saying. Judah understands the white man. The rest of everybody else don't. You see, Benjamin understand the coolies. We understand the coolies good and proper. If Trump think a tariff is going to stop him, he's batting out his league. That ain't going to stop him from doing nothing. So he's now holding his ground with the thing against Trump. They said they're going to increase the tariffs on India. So now he started sending oil and food to Trinidad on behest of this Indian prime minister in Trinidad, this leader. She is trying to be in bed with America, who's the world superpower, but at the same time, her racial ties to India is also trumping. So now Israelites in Trinidad and Venezuela, they're playing between that triangle, Maduro, her, and Trump. And the fight for the oil is going to get very, very, it's going to get sticky. It's going to be very difficult for Trinidad. It's going to get difficult for Trinidad. They're going to get pressure from America. They're going to get promised things from America. Very nice things, in investment opportunities, open borders to America. They're going to promise you a whole lot, and they're never going to deliver. And on the same side, the East Indian is at the door. It's really caught between a rock and a hard place for Trinidad. It's really caught between a rock and a hard place. Next week, I'm going to go into it. Trinidad is a very natural resource rich place. Trillions of cubic feet of oil and gas. They have the biggest pitch lake in the world, naturally depositing pitch lake in the world, where just tar comes out the ground. It's like a huge tar pit that just, this is 10 billion barrels. This is, numerous lifetimes you could just take from it, and it's not going to run out. How is Trinidad poor? How is Trinidad poor? There's a whole breakdown Captain Narthak sent me where they tell you the 12 economies that would suffer and some would crash if Trinidad was to fall off the map. And brother, I couldn't believe it. And I knew about these things existing in Trinidad, LNG, liquid natural gas that comes out of the ground. So I would tell you, it's in the south of the country, and on the beach, you could see dozens of oil tankers, them big, long ships, not with the cargo, but just they have a big bay, and they lined up, and they come to the port, fill up with LNG, and make a U, and they just keep going. And they go to Europe, go to Norway, go to UK. How is Trinidad poor? You get the point? So that's what's going on down there. So this is what I would say for the sister who had the question. Run to the UPK quick. This is the umbrella. This is the little sanctuary. There's no political plan that's going to save you. There's no economic plan that's going to help you. You're going to have to be under the altar of the Lord, like in Revelations. You're going to have to be under the protection of the Most High to get away from this, because these are the kings of the earth fighting for nothing, because Christ is going to slaughter them all. All right? But that's just in general synopsis of what's going on. Let me get that last question and then we're done. Oh, shit. I don't think we had the time. Let me just hear it. Salakia.
Oh, sir. It was the book of James, chapter 4, verse 4.
Go ahead.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye that the friendship of the world is enmity with God.
Where's this, James?
James 4:4, sir.
Okay, read it again.
Come on. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of God.
Okay.
And I I had to breakdown. So I was telling, it's saying it's addressing people as adulterers and adulteresses. You know, if you know what an adultery is, you know what I mean?
What is an adulterer?
Adulterer is a man who sleep with another man's wife.
Okay. And what's
And
adulteress?
as far as a woman, adulteress is a woman sleeping with another man other than her husband.
Okay.
Right. So
all right.
it's using,
go ahead.
It's using the example of the world and God, and it's saying, the world is enmity with God. Whoever loves, the world.
Okay, that's okay. Just in short, that's give me Jeremiah 3. Jeremiah 3 and 1. That's not what an adulterer and adulteress is. What you know as an adulterer and adulteress comes from what he initially caused it to mean. All right, and you'll see it in Jeremiah 3. All right, what's up, Bukwash? Okay. All right, give me Jeremiah 3 and 1 real quick. All right. Go ahead. Who have it quickly? Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. The words of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, of the priests that were in Ananoth in the land of Benjamin, to whom the word of the Lord came.
Is it Jeremiah 3?
3. So
it's 3? All right, go ahead. Yeah.
Jeremiah 3 and 1. Jeremiah 3 and 1. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, she shall return shall he return unto her again?
Right. If a man puts away his wife and she goes unto another man, can that man go back to that first wife? He's asking, shall she return unto him again? Go ahead.
Shall not that land be greatly polluted?
Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Meaning it's a dirty thing for him to go back to her. Right? Go ahead.
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
But you have played the whore with many lovers. You could understand. He's checking Israel like you would say a man who goes back to a woman who done had sex with another man. You would say, okay, that woman, she's dirty now. She's filthy now. Don't go back to her. You'll call the brother weak. You'll say he don't know what he dealing with. Why is he taking her back? You understand that when it comes to you. And the Lord saying, well, look around and see who you've laid with. Read that part again.
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
But you have laid down with many lovers. Go ahead.
Yet return again to me, saith the Lord.
But you come back to me each time. Every time you come back to me, oh Lord, please help me with this. Oh Lord, please help me with that. When you was having fun with Buddha, you didn't care about the Lord. When you was having fun with Allah, you was a Bismillah, Rahim, and talking all that Arabic shit and putting on your long dress. When them bullets come through or the feds raid because the Muslims selling drugs, you say, oh God, you come back to me then. When you was up in that Christian church banging the tambourine, you didn't have a care in the world. But the minute pastor tell you pray and all your problems will go away, now you come to me. Look around and see who you haven't been with. You've been Episcopalian, you've been Methodist, you've been Baptist, you've been Muslim, you've been Christian, you've been Scientologist, you've been Rastafarian, you've been atheist, you've been, you've worshipped everything. You worship Barack Obama. Farrakhan said Barack Obama is the Lord and Savior. He said that when Obama was running for office. Jamie Foxx got up in some award show and I want to say thanks to our Lord and Savior Barack Obama, and the crowd went wild. You could go and look this up on YouTube. Look around and see who you haven't laid with. That's what the Lord is saying. Tell me who you haven't worshipped. That's a shorter list. Because if I ask you who you have worshipped, you done gone with everybody.
The whole world.
You done gone with the whole world. It might be easier for you to tell me who you haven't, worshipped and bowed down to and called your God. Keep going.
Verse 2. Lift up thine eyes unto the high places and see where thou hast been lain in.
Right? He said, look around to all the high places, right? Meaning these places of power, high on a hill, religious power, political power, all of that. Look around to these high places and tell me who's, read it again. Tell me what?
And see where thou has not been laid in.
And tell me who you haven't been laid with. That's a short list. If you was right, you would be the list of who you laid with would be short. But you got your body count high according to the Lord. That's what he's saying there. You get the point? With that's the real adulterer and adulteress. You done whored on the Lord. Go ahead.
Like I made it. That's how I broke it down. Basically, the Lord was saying we was being a harlot. You know what I'm saying? And we've been with everybody. You know, that's why he used adulterers and adulteresses.
And adulteresses. So now go back to James 4. Where he's saying friendship of this world is enmity with God. Because to be a friend to the world hates the Lord. And to be a friend is to fight for somebody, to support somebody, to be there thick and thin. That would be the friend to this person. You get the point? So to be a friend to the world is to have enmity with God because the world hates the Most High. You get the point? And the Lord hates the world that currently exists. He hates the society. He hates, how it is and how it isn't. It should be a different way. And he hates it. So that's why he's saying friendship of this world is enmity with him.
Of course.
All right. That's it. You understand? You got it, brother?
Yeah.
All right. This is that there is talk. The adulterer and adulteresses is talking about you in the Christian church, you in the Muslim mosque, you in Rastafarianism. It's not, the adultery between a man and a woman. This here is talking about you being a whore on the Lord, being dishonorable according to the Lord. All right. We good? With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Salaki.
The announcements with the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They'll be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister would get permission from the head to marry, ties which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'asharim. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Up and coming holy convocation. Memorial blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month. Sunday, the 1st of September, 2025. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. Also, we are next up and coming cookout. We in cookout season. It's the headquarters cookout in Harlem, New York, in Thomas Jefferson Park. That is on August the 31st at the end of the month. From the span of Friday, the scripture breakdown class. Friday scripture breakdown class on to the cookout on Sunday, the 31st. Also after that, we have the Cali cookout from
mute that thing up. You hearing it? Go ahead, brother.
From concert. Then we had a Cali cookout, which is from October the 2nd to October the 5th. And after that, the Down South Houston cookout, which is from October the 31st to October the 2nd. Anything else you want to answer?
Pay your tithes, man. Pay your tithes and don't stop playing with that thing. Go ahead.
Come, Carl. Remind Aquaman Aquatin to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. And with that, I say I might, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher, the men of Israel, Mount Shabbat, Imaikim, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yah Yamata. Star, which means to turn. Sisters, you may stand. I might. We would give a courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. Mount Shabbat. Mike. Correct.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yah Yamata. Class dismissed.